Yeah, you know, things change, man. Yeah. Hey yo, I didn't want to, but I had to. Getting over them feelings was past due. So let me ask you, was it really real at the time? Because I feel like MJ, I remember the time, the way you moaned when I put it inside. And them walks downtown was good energy vibes. And I left all that behind. And you can still see the pain in my eyes. Now you want to get in your feelings and say that I'm lying? So let's hit the rewind. You say that love is blind and you had your pain behind the mic, of course. Me or more, you was the one that I adored. We didn't have to go to war. I wanted to grow with you more and more. Your attitude made me want to explore. So when I hit the door, you say don't leave. I was the sun in her galaxy. She was the goddess in my reality. I thought maybe start a family, but things changed. I switched lanes. I wanted to see the world, so I switched planes. I didn't mean to treat you like Miss Thing. I was going through something I can't explain. I know I left the pain and the disdain. A bunch of empty pictures with big frames. But so you know, I put my heart on trial. I was seeking number and I wanted to hit dial. All I heard was Bev did the vote. Can't trust a big button, a smile. You say that I'm foul, or maybe I just threw in the towel. Young and wild, still searching for my higher ground, so I walked away. I remember the look on your face, all them tears took away from your warm embrace. I hope time healed them scars that I left in place, wishing for better days, feeling the sun and catching rays. There isn't a better way to stop the heart from catching strays. I'm glad you made it out the haze, even though my intentions was to stay. I had to move on for so long. Yeah, so long.
February fire, time to set the mood. Tonight your bodies will be placed on the pedestal. This ring symbolizes my love, and that's forever true. Time gave us all we need, right on schedule. I can never see myself thinking less of you. The way people lied in the past, don't let it pressure you. I'm nothing like them sorry ass niggas that be sweating you. An insecure ex you had that always questioned you. Fire being made in this room, now baby let it brew. Whatever fire touches, it burns and leaves residue. The flame that I'm feeling, it grows when I get next to you. Reneging on playing your role is unacceptable. Giving me them bedroom eyes make me a vegetable. I'm stuck thinking all of the ways I wanna pleasure you. Who would've thought a better me could make a better you? I can't lie, it's a blessing to be sexing you. February fire, let it set the mood. And let it take you to some places that you. You say you know about these flames, but I don't think you do. February fire, that's a blaze for you, shorty. Would you do it for me? You would do it for me. I said February fire, let the flames and you fly away. On the couch by the fireplace. February fire, time to set the mood. At this level, win the game, we can never lose. This ring symbolizes my love, and that's forever true. Similar to girls in the past, but they was never you. The proof is right here when you laugh, that's what I'm telling you. They was no good from the start, now let me tell the truth. Lies, it can spread like fire on who you tell it to. But love so submissive, it do whatever I tell it to. Sex that we have in this bed is unmeasurable. Doggy style, watching it move, it ain't a better view. This is what I need in my life, is what I said to you. It's more than just the meaning of life, it ain't dead to you. Steam coming off of your body, it's so impeccable. I'm Bluetooth with it, and baby, we so connectable. Specialty committing is arson, I be professional. Burn every inch in this room is what we left to do. February fire, let it set the mood, and let it take you to some places that you never knew. February fire, it's a blessing to be next to you. You say you know about these flames, but I don't think you do. February fire, that's a blaze for you, shorty. Would you do it for me? You would do it for me. I said February fire, let the flames and you fly away on the couch by the fireplace. As much as I wanna move on and find another way, when I close my eyes, all I can see is your face. Walking down the coldest road, not knowing which way to go. But as I pray, I'll just let the story unfold. Walk with me, talk with me, say what is my destiny. Oh, walk with me, talk with me, tell me what is my destiny. Where am I to go? I feel so damn alone. I wanna run away to a faraway place where no one knows my name. But what if I run into another you? Would the pain still be the same? Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the saddest of them all? Hold up, wait a minute. Is there hope I see? Walk with me, talk with me, tell me what is my destiny. Walk with me, talk with me, tell me what is my destiny.
Welcome to the Love Palace. I am your host. Goddess D Love. Love. or deep affection, for something, or someone, At the Love Palace, we tap into the mind, body, and soul. But most important, the heart. So come through, relax, chill, and vibe out. With Thought is DNA, at the Love Palace. Feel the vibe. Oh yeah. You feel me?
Hello, everybody. Good evening, everybody. We having technical difficulties today, but we're not gonna let it bother us. We're gonna get on with the subject. How's everyone doing today? I see my peoples in the building. First off, all the music that you heard this evening at the beginning of the show are people that are here on YouTube. Salute to Dre Cobbs, Dangerous Music, and my sister Tierra Latrice, who is in the chat. That was her new song, you guys, which I felt was very calming and relaxing for the subject that we're about to have. So they all have YouTube channels that you could get their music and content as well. So just one tap in. I love sharing those people out. Those are my people. So I always play all the hits of the YouTubers, or I should say, I'm the YouTuber or the people that are not mainstream. I play their music. So shout out to those people. And Tiara, beautiful song. I love it. It was perfect. Let me go ahead and get a mic check to my two co-hosts while I'm trying to do some things behind the scene here. Mic check. Y'all go ahead.
Hey y'all, hey chat, hey everyone.
Okay,
Peace and
thank
love,
you.
y'all. Hey,
All
Queens.
right.
How y'all feeling?
I'm good. Let me go ahead and, like I said, I was having back here. That's why I say shout out to the content creators because they don't know what we be going through here back here. I've been going through it, but it worked out. So let me go ahead and shout out the chat, and then we're gonna get started, guys. So thank you, sisters. All three of my sisters are here. Blended Healing, peace and love. You know I love you. Tiara Latrice, Empress Sharon is in the building. Hi, Nagajini. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you, King. Bronze Flat Power God, appreciate you, King, for showing up as well. Uh, Get Addicted Brand Apparel. Hi. That's a long
That's
name.
my uncle. Hey,
Oh, okay. Hi. Thank you. Let's see who I got. Hey, Looney. Thanks for coming. Michael Lindsay. Is that my family?
That's
Or is
my
that you?
family. That's my little
You
brother.
know, I
Hey, little
said we were.
brother.
Let's go, family in the building. Let's go.
Hey.
Miss T with the T's in the building. Peace and love. Salute, sis. Let me see if I'm missing. I want to make sure I get everybody. Look we got the real familiar Nicole. Now, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to her as well. That's my sis right there. Another good content creator. Y'all make sure you Nicole, yeah, you drop. Y'all know how to drop y'all links. Y'all got it. Okay, I'm making sure you was blue, Nicole. Thank you for showing up as well. And let me make sure. I think I got everybody so far. Lady Shay, Dreamy Queens in the building. Thank you, sis. Appreciate you. Great live today from Blended, Tiara, and Lady Shay. They have some great lives today. So go check out their content as well. Congratulations to Blended Healing. 500 subscribers. Let's go. We need to have a party. Let's go, Blended. But yes, definitely. Thank you, whoever did that for me. Thank you. So, guys, this is going to be a 3-part series that I'm going to have. I had somebody reach out to me on my DMs and wanted to talk about mental health and the effect that it had on men. but I decided to go ahead and make this a 3-part series where we do men, women, and children. So we are going to start out with the men because I feel like it's a subject that we do need to talk about. And it's not this is not by any means a bashing session. That's not what this is. This is basically getting the views and letting the men know that we are aware that there is, mental health issues, not just with the women, but with the men as well, and also how we can help to heal you guys as well. So I definitely hope that I can have some men hit the panel. I invited a couple. They said they were going to be late, so we'll see how that goes. But I definitely want to make sure everybody is aware of that because this is something that we're taking serious, like I said, not to make fun of, not to bash, but it's also so that we are aware and how we as a tribe can help heal each other. And especially as queens, how we can help heal the kings with such things as well. Sadi, do you have a poem or no? I didn't ask you.
Oh, I don't have a poem
Okay.
actually for this one. I was at for this one. I was just like, you know what? We're just gonna chime on in,
Right,
and we just
right.
gonna go for it. I was thinking about it, but I was like,
No,
no,
I did too, because I was
yeah,
like, well, nah. So
mhm,
I just want to start out by saying that I think this is a very, very good subject because I don't think we look at men as having mental health issues. And when I say what mental health is anxiety, depression, um, anger. Those are all things to me that are can be considered, mental health issues. And I think a lot of people look at women uh, in that sense because we are the first ones that are going to go to what they so called the therapists. And I know in our community, that's looked down like I ain't going to go talk to nobody. I know I was raised like that actually. We don't need to go tell nobody our business and all that. But I found it helpful for me when I needed to do it. And I feel that, in our community, men don't want to show their emotions. Now, when I say emotions, people automatically think emotions means sad, sensitivity. Emotions is anger, happy, sad. And I think that all those type of things need to be addressed because they have a lot to worry about when they hit that door, ladies. Like, I feel like men, we don't know what's going to happen. Of course, we have that same battle, but this ain't about us today. They have the chance when they leave that door, they don't know if the police is going to stop them, if they're going to be, somebody's going to shoot them, or are they going to be treated some type of way at work. So these type of things can cause mental issues as well. Hi, Antisocial. Thank you for showing up. So I just wanted to, put different type of things out there. Like I said, I hope some men. I had some men that I want to come up. Like I said, they said there was going to be a minute, but definitely put those things out there because it includes, like sudden anger, increasing lots of control, aggression, being so sad that they don't even want to talk as well. And they're not going to show that because the term I'm the man, men don't cry, men don't do this. You know what I'm saying? So definitely want to chime into these type of things. So you guys could chime in as well.
absolutely. I
Mhm.
agree with everything you're saying. The trauma that our men go through, that our boys go through, and we just sweep it under the rug and tell them to carry the world on their backs along with the family and everything else. It's a lot. That's a lot. So I get it. Here, Mike. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a son, and yeah, I worry about the same things. Him getting stopped and approached wrong by the police, the different gangs, the stuff on the streets. Yeah, when you have a son as well as a partner or loved one, anybody in your family, that's male, you worry about. I think it's really sad that they have to worry about these things, like being stopped by someone who's supposed to protect you, and they worried about getting harmed by them. So yeah, I talk to my son a lot about that. Like, what not to do. Do not turn your back. Do not even be aggressive. And I don't want to tell him, be, because people be like, oh, well, that's being a punk. No, sometimes in some situations you got to pick your battles, and that's just not a situation you want to pick at. If they're not being just totally, I think, rude or angry with you, it's no reason to get it riled up. You want my license? Here you go. You want whatever? Give them what they asked for, even if you don't know why they stopped you. Just do it. Make it as peaceful as you can, so you can pull off and go home and not be on the news. So yeah.
So I go ahead, sorry.
Oh, I was just saying I agree with everything you're saying. Go ahead.
So
Mhm.
doing my, I did, research, and this is all, Google research, because that's how we get our information. And I just found a lot of little things interesting. And this is just, Google. It's not, I'm not a doctor. We're not doctors. But what I found very, very interesting is that the number one common mental health issues with men was actually anxiety disorders. So I was like, wow. So the type of anxiety disorders are like anger, panic disorder, compulsive, obsessive compulsive disorder, things like that, like anxiety. Like I don't think we really look at them having anxiety like that, because we're like, yeah, they're most of the men are working and taking care of the family, financially, and things that are considered quote unquote men things. But they can have anxiety, because you would think, the women being at home, worrying about the kids, worrying about her man, and so forth. But they have it. Research has shown, like I said, this is just from just doing research, that that's the number one mental health issue, was that the men have more anxiety disorder than women. What are you guys' thought on that?
Oh, I agree. Absolutely. Um, you could be all paranoia because you got the white man at work yelling at you. You got the police behind you. You got your woman in your ears saying all the bills. You know what I mean? You got your children. You got to carry all that. I can only imagine anxiety. I can only imagine just freaking out and just saying, running away. I can see why. I can see why suicidal rates have been the most highest that they've ever been. I know, I feel, I've experienced it. I've known people who've, gone through like, oh, I think I really do need some therapy. And therapy is normal, right? I think so. But people, the black men look at therapy like, I don't need that. Well, if the mama's not going to save you and your grandma's prayers in the church or whatever it is that you go to need relief, I mean, who's going to do it? You got to want it. But anxiety, I can see anxiety disorder definitely being number one for sure. Mm.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
Yes, and I don't think it's even looked at amongst men like it is with women. Like, we quick
Hmm.
to diagnose with anxiety or something. With the men, they like, oh no, man, don't do that. Man, strong man. But
Right.
it does happen a lot. Man has anxiety and issues, and that's what caused the outburst. And it's just a domino effect. And most of the time, if it's not checked or if it's not diagnosed and tried to be helped, it goes into a maybe another problem with substance abuse or anything
Hmm.
to try to help themselves calm down. They go into stuff that's not needed, and it end up being, like I said, spiral out of control just because they don't want to be diagnosed with something like anxiety because they feel like, oh no, that's a woman disease, which it's not.
Hmm.
human disease. We all out here doing it. And like Sadi was saying, they got so much on their plate, and they just don't understand that. Yes, you can have this, and go make sure your mental health is taken care of, because it also got to deal with your physical health. You can believe something and believe your body into it, whether people know it or not.
Hmm.
You can think about this thing and start thinking your body's going through this thing, and anxiety got a lot to do with it, because they say someone with an anxiety disorder will feel something 10 times worse than a regular person will feel, something like a headache. And if you one of your anxiety attacks, it'll feel 10 times worse. Then so you'll make it worse on your body, because this is what you're gonna constantly think about. So yeah, I think it's really should be looked into, and man, really start going to the doctors and see what's going on with you mentally as well.
Right. Hey, Bim, thank you for showing up. Peace and love. Thank you so much for showing up. Everybody, please make sure you like, share out the live as well for me. I would appreciate it. And if you feel inclined, you can support the channel. It is ticking at the top there. But I agree with you guys, because the stigma of society is that men have to be strong, self sufficient. Uh, when struggles come, they're not supposed to cry. They're not supposed to show emotions. So I could see how can that can affect their mental health, because if they are into their feelings or something, it's like it's a shame. You're considered weak. So like shout out to Chrissy. She had a live I think it's about a month or so ago, where she was talking. She was like, how come you guys don't, and it was men on the panel, and she said, how come the men don't get together, and if they have a conversation, talk, and if they have to cry, let it out. Do you know, like half of them men was like, oh no, you know what I'm saying? Like it was so like looked bad upon
Yeah.
because they heard cry,
Right, what?
and yeah, exactly. We ain't going how we look sitting around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All us crying together. What is that?
Mm-hmm.
And then so it was like, but you need that, like, to know that other men, and like I said, I wish Aladdin was up here, because he has Saudi contesta. He has, and he's nowhere near a sissy. But my son, when he wants to let his emotions out, he lets them out. Like, and both of them actually, they do. Both of my sons do. Like, they don't have no problem if something's hurting them, and they cry, and they'll call their bros and be like, hey, I'm not feeling it today. I've been around their circle of friends, like I raised them as well, and they always had those type of conversations, which I commend them. They'd be like, hey, how you feeling? Some of them really be like, man, and break down, and they really go through a lot. The stories that they have as being fathers, there's a lot of single fathers out there. There's a lot of men that are in toxic relationships, and get physically and mentally abused as well. It's not just a woman thing. And I think that's what society focusing on. That's a woman thing. But there's nothing wrong with, it's not considered, to me, a sexual act if a man gives a man a hug, like, yo, bro, man. You understand? Like, I just like, you might need this hug, not in any type of way. I think they spend so much time thinking like, oh, that looks weird. No, you know what? Your bro might need a hug. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we
So
hug, silly. Yeah, I just feel like it's okay to have feelings. Absolutely.
mm,
We all have emotions. We all are energy in motion. That's what we are. We should be able to flow and go with what your body needs or wants and tells you to align with. That's what you're aligned to do. So just do it. You'll feel better.
mm,
You'll feel better.
mm,
You will.
right.
You go have that good cry. You go and you call whoever you need to go. You write that down. You
Go straight.
go to the rage room. They got rage rooms out here.
Hmm.
They got axe throwing, you know what I mean? Whatever you need to do. If you need to go tap into a whole nother habit, or I don't want to say distraction because it's something you want to build good things. You need to do that. Oh, get into your carpentry or your wood shop or your painting or your writing or finish whatever that project you say is going to do. You never know. That might be a good way to cope because how are you coping? What does your coping process looks like when you do reach that? Or how do you seek out and how do you get help when you need it? It's just like you just got to have different outlets for men. So you do. You gotta have, and it's all about the community too. Shout out to my sis Honey T. She's not in right now, but she has, her company, her nonprofit that's called Brotherhood Haven, and it is to help African brown and black African American men thrive. It's beautiful what she does. It's beautiful. But yeah, we gotta have outlets, and we just gotta just be like, hey, put that pride aside. Get off that pedestal.
Definitely.
Your mental health is more important.
Yes, it
Let
is.
that ego and that pride go before you be dead and gone, and your generation is gonna be over here saying that's what they didn't learn. Mm-mm. It's 2024, so just explore, just be open. That's all. At least that's why I try to, tell my brothers and sisters around me, especially my son, that it's okay if you want to cry, cry.
Yeah.
Let's go to whatever you need, whatever you need.
Yeah.
Create space. So yeah.
You can definitely um enjoy everyday life. If you choose to be happy. I choose today. Even though it's not a good day, I don't feel like when I get up, but I choose today I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna go do something for someone. And I think that is the biggest joy you get, guys. I'm not playing. When you do something out of self, get out of self and go do something for someone, it could be the slightest thing, and watch them smile. It's the biggest joy that you will get for the day. I promise.
Hmm.
And like we said, that I think the men, like we tend to forget what they face. Like they got just the common mental health challenges. Like they might have an addiction problem, gambling, drinking. They might have problems at the workplace, or might have problems in a relationship or marriage, trying to raise the children, racism and discrimination, things like that.
Hmm.
And financial, you know what I'm saying? Like financial, I think men
Mm.
really take financial like really, really hard. Like I think that's one of the things because go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was
Sadi,
just
your
saying
picture's
absolutely.
pretty.
No.
I like
Oh,
your
I'm sorry.
picture. I
Thank
see it
you.
on the TV. I'm like, oh, look
Yay.
at Sadi.
No, I was just
That
saying absolutely. I agree, especially with the financial because they feel like they need to carry something. Like we back in the we want to be back in the 1950s. Like go ahead, I'm gonna just be the housewife. Can you just bring home the check? Like the check got expensive. We didn't have more kids. It's 10 people. Expenses that
right.
didn't got. So, especially the financial health. Now, I was just agreeing with that. I know how that is. That's why most women feel like they do need to go Dutch or half and half or make it work. And then that's when we do have to pull out oh, I'm going to hold you accountable. And that's when that masculine energy comes in. And you know what I mean? It's just, and then you feel like you're
Right.
going to
And
need
it's so
a
go
lot.
ahead.
Go ahead.
It's so easy today in society. I think it's easier for us to get the jobs. We might not get the pay that most of the men get, but I think it's easier for us to get those jobs. And so we don't want to make that man in that relationship feel like they're worthless because if they don't have a job or their circumstances changed, because that can affect their mental health. The society's like, you're supposed to be the man of the house, and then you're like, I'm not feeling some type of way because I'm not bringing in a certain type of money or something. And if we're like making them on top of that, so just like if we're, because we women, I'm speaking for we, we,
Mm-hmm.
me, can really make them feel bad. Like, you're so sorry you ain't got no job. What you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's more messing with the mental health instead of saying, okay, what are we gonna do to get out of this? We're in this together. What do we need to do? Like I say, that's when I feel our feminine, our masculine energy
Mhm.
is, or that independency, which a lot of men don't like. But that's where I feel the independency of a woman comes in those times to help that man with their mental health. Because you're like, you know, I got it. And even to the point when you can have financial problems and just things that come up everyday life, or life can hit, and just being the wife to understand, oh babe, okay, I got you, let me make sure this is done, and make sure the things are required to be in the house are still there, even if he's still working towards that. We want to build those men up, because I think we are the most damaging to men's mental health. And I'm gonna go there, and y'all go ahead.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, ladies, damn, why is that? Oh man, we got a bad rep on it. Has some boys. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
for real.
it's like tighten up, get it together, nag, 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 and then here come the kids. You be like,
Mhm.
all right, I'm gonna do it. You know, but every day you just gotta do your best. Do your best. Do your best. Follow that fourth agreement. You can do it. It doesn't matter, but unfortunately, the women do not. A majority of women that have situations, yeah, they're not very helpful with our men to get them up there. It's like we're very impatient. Like it's like do it and do it now, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
like oh I told you, but it's been a week. Like okay, well some things take long. You know what I mean? Like why are you
Mm-hmm.
putting time for? You know? And like you said, I
Talk
agree
about
with
it,
you.
Sadi.
I mean,
For
it is
real.
easier to get the job as a woman. You're right. I agree with
Mm-hmm.
that. But it is harder to just hire a black man and then they feel like small. And you're like, not even on purpose. Like,
Right.
black men, what do we do? We got to do better, women. We
That's
got
what
to do
I
better,
be saying
ladies.
that, Sadi. Come on. That's why I was like, I
We
had a
got to be
couple of
like, you could
men
do
that I
it.
wanted
Two
to hit the
more.
panel, but they
We
were
got to just
busy.
sound like, we got to
Yeah,
sound
like
like the personal trainer at the coach at the gym. You got it. Just two more. You just get up. No, for real though. We got to be
or let me
somebody's
let me let
cheerleader.
me
Hmm.
let me see. Let me check out your resume. Let me see what we could do. Oh, I know somebody. Let me see if I don't. Now don't go do like a old girl on the movie on Soul Food now. But
Oh dear.
y'all remember
Hmm.
that? Don't
Hmm.
go do a Bernie. Don't go do that. But even if you know people, family members, or things like that, like on my cousin, his wife, I commend her to this day, because it was very difficult for him to find a job for a while. I'm not even, it wasn't just it was just hard. Sometimes your background and things can affect that as well. So she held it down. I mean, and made sure it was all good. And now he's working in the manager, and she's like, he's spoiling her so much. I'm like, dang, okay, girl. You know what I'm saying? Like he made sure, because she was there,
Hmm.
that he took it. So she can get, I mean, when I tell you what she want, and it's not in a bad way, but he's like, no, she stuck through me through that. We stuck
Yeah.
together. It made their relationship stronger, and he never forgot that. So, as a person that I look at as a single woman, I'm like, that's what I would want to display, to have that type of quality when I do have that mate, to be like, hey, just in case, it's not. I got us. I got us. Not in a way of taking over, because a lot of men get that in their mind, and that's not it. It's I just got us right now, because I don't. We really don't want to do that anyway. We just be acting like we do. No, just kidding.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. There's
I'm
nothing wrong.
definitely the secretary in my relationship.
I
He
mean,
deals with no computer things. He deals with no things that have to worry him after what he's doing at work. Everything he come on, baby, he go to the letter, he go whatever. I go and find it, make sure it's okay. His PTO, I go and make sure it's taken off. I go and do everything like that so he won't have to worry. It's the smallest things you could do to help as well. And just to take it off their mental, you know,
Mhm.
I make sure that he don't have his lunches done. Just the smallest things you could do.
Mhm.
and it helps a lot. Let the women know it a lot, and choose your battles with them. You don't have to nag or talk about everything. You see his shoes somewhere else, just move them. Hang his coat up. Might have had a bad day at work, and you didn't I tell you to put your shoes in? Da 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 da. And he looking at you like, girl, I just motherfucker is such at work, and here I come to you. So it's just like I said, the small things count to
Mhm.
try to do and keep your relationship intact. And it's not like you doing it just because you worried or you gotta. I ain't got to do all that and that. Just keep a good attitude and try to help. Be helpful. Period. You know.
Right.
Mhm.
Definitely, especially if they're having a bad day, period. Like,
Yeah.
I think we gotta, they're mental. We don't like to, okay, I think we do this. This is what I see happen. Uh, he'll be like, I'm having a bad day. Well, so am I. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
No, it's like no give. Like with our nurturing spirit, we should be able to be like, okay, he's having a bad day, and be able to be like, I do believe, because when I was married for 13 years when we had situations like that. And if I had to do it, like, okay, if I'd be like, okay, babe, how was your day? And even if I was having a bad day, sometimes I wouldn't even tell him, because I would just be like, let me make sure he's okay. And then it ends up being reciprocated right away. Like, because they're
Mhm.
like, okay, I'm relaxed. You know what I'm saying? And be like, well, what happened today? Why was your day so bad? And we have to really have that nurturing, unselfish attitude at times.
Mhm.
And then it'll get reciprocated back. Like I said, well, this particular subject is directed to the men, because we'll talk about women next week. But I feel like we are a big part. Every let me see, situation that I know men, like, as far as brothers, uncles, uh, my mate. I believe I when I was married, I believe I contribute to his mental health, and I believe, like I said, women, we have a lot to contribute to that. Even
Mm-hmm.
women in the workplace, if
Mm-hmm.
you'll hear a man say, "Ooh, that bee at work" or something, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
even us as mothers, we need to make sure we're treating our men, our kings, our prince, showing them they're worthy of
Mm-hmm.
being great, and start instilling in that right away, and let them know that, hey, you know what, there's going to be tough times, because I don't know who in this world put in people's minds that everything is going to be okay. That's not reality, people. That is not reality.
Right.
And I had to learn that, because I was so in a fairy tale world, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not reality. You're going
Yeah.
to have problems. I was like saying, I believe in those vows, they should change a whole bunch of stuff up. Like, if I ever do it again, I'm saying my own stuff, because yeah, sickness and health, death do us part, yep, all that. But also to know that those things are going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people go into, oh, I'm so married and everything's good, and oh, he's just great. He's just great. Anything could happen any moment, and his mental health could be affected by it. When they feel less of a man, they're gonna go to other. I'm not even gonna say women, liquor, gambling. Uh, what else just doing things where it's not healthy for them. Drugs. They'll do drugs. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Eating.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna turn around and end up like Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Remember when she had to take care of that?
Yeah. After he
Yeah.
did her like
Mhm.
that,
Mhm. But no, I don't know where my mind went.
man.
But absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
So why do you ladies think, in the chat wants to answer to, you okay?
No,
Okay.
I was just thinking about we was talking about matrimony. Not
Oh yes.
matrimony. Was it matrimony?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Uh acrimony.
Acrimony.
Yeah.
Acrimony.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. We
Yeah. Oh
talked
yeah,
about that.
Mm.
yeah.
Yes.
What was your
Absolutely. So,
question?
why do you ladies think men don't want to go to therapy? Let's talk about it. Hey, OG Jamel, thank you for showing up. Um, why do you think men wouldn't want to go to therapy? What do you think their main reason for not going to therapy is?
Can't nobody tell me what I'm going through. No stranger. I'm not finna pay no stranger to tell me what I already know. I'm not finna pay no stranger to sit around and
Hey,
whine.
Money Boy Trey, thank you for showing. Yes, go ahead, Kimach.
I'm not paying no stranger to whine to. I'm not finna pay no stranger to tell me nothing. That's man. I don't need no stranger to tell me nothing.
Jamel said he doesn't want to cry. That's why. We just talked about Jamel. We just talked about, and let me tell
You don't
y'all
want to face
something.
it.
Y'all
Hmm.
want to know a secret? Men, if you are listening, is the most sexiest thing when a man cries. I don't know if y'all feel the same way. I
Because
mean,
they're
not no
vulnerable.
boo, not no like,
La
not
boo.
but you know, just like that. No, I'm just saying, like, look,
Yeah,
y'all,
it really
like
is.
it. I'm, I'm so serious. It is
Hmm.
sexy. Like, not about oh my God, is that my son down there? Okay, my other son. Hold on. Okay, not like a ooh, but like a
No, but like a vulnerable, like
like
open,
oh
like
man,
oh
like man.
wow,
I'm telling you for real.
pouring
I'm
out
being
the
so
heart.
serious. I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe I'm the only one, but that made me be like, ooh, like
Hey Trey. Hey
I just
Trey.
feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's a DCO Halo. Peace and love to you.
Peace and
That
love.
is
Yeah.
that is who I think that is.
This
Oh,
is
that's my
summer.
people. That's Stefan. Yeah, good. Thank you for showing up, Stefan.
Hi,
Make sure did you
son.
subscribe? Yes, make sure you subscribe to me. But yeah, real talk though. No, I don't know women if I let the secret out, but that like it is not even a like I said, not a boo hoo cry, but you look over there and see that teardrop. I'm like,
Absolutely.
oh, baby, are you okay? And then it makes you be like, you're
Hmm.
gonna definitely go up on them, like, oh, baby, everything is gonna be okay. Just like how they would
Exactly.
do us, just like how they would do us. And
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
really saying that I think men don't like. Back to the what we're saying. I don't think men like to go to therapy because, like Kima said, we're not gonna tell anybody. I ain't telling my business. I'm not gonna go. I don't need no help. I don't need no help. You know what I'm saying? So why I got to do that? That sounds like something women do.
Or
you know?
kids, or
Yeah,
kids.
kids. Right, right.
And no, I
So
don't know
definitely
why. Why don't they want to go to therapy? They think they can get it all figured out on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but who's
mhm,
teaching you to figure it on your own? How are you teaching yourself when you have no outlets? What are you talking
right.
about? What are you
And
talking
that might actually help us as women because you're going to hey, but I mean they can't be all sexy and stuff. No, anyway, let me stop. But
about?
Girl.
I had to think about that. Like, hold on, you might be trying to be with the therapist now. Hold on,
Mhm. What's
let me
that
Exactly.
go.
movie called?
Let me go pick your therapist.
Exactly.
Hmm.
He will be talking to you. But no, but definitely that could relieve the stress and tension off the wife and the children because you're like you're going away, you're speaking to somebody that is not going to be biased, you know what I'm saying, and they're really just going to like really let you talk. Like therapists let you talk. Like people think that it's like them putting, well, I know the therapy I went to it was really opening me up to talk, not like, well, you should do this and we're going to give you this medication. It was just like, so why are you here? And things where I was very hesitant to speak up about, it made me draw out what we
Hmm.
need. Sharon said, we are supposed to help mates to each other.
Mhm.
although it doesn't always go that way. Absolutely. Jamil's funny. I want a female to lick my
Oh,
face. This guy.
oh,
Like a dog,
wait a
like
minute.
a pup.
Oh,
Okay,
goodness, Jamil.
like a
Wait a
puppy,
minute.
Oh,
Jamil.
goodness.
Wait a second. No, but no, yeah, I definitely resonate. We are supposed to help each one teach one, you know. That's how it's supposed to go. You can't just sit there with your inner thoughts and think you can figure it all out or listen to your homies or whoever or the television, whatever you are just glued and addicted to and listening to in your same stuck routine and you expect changes and you think you're gonna get over your mental health like that. The first time I ever talked to my therapist, listen, it really is all about talking. She just let me talk and I was pouring out
Right,
saying stuff I ain't never told nobody, not even to myself out loud, you know? So it's like, you really just got to be an excellent listener to be a great therapist and not be so judgmental and biased. Because all that is their opinions. All it is their thoughts. They can either resonate with you or don't. It is like talking to a stranger. It's not as scary as talking to the person that you really need to do resolving with. Even if that's
right.
you in the mirror, looking in the mirror,
Mm-hmm.
do some mirror
Mm-hmm.
work. People are scared to do that shadow work. They don't want to go in and fix that. That's what mental health really is. Sit with yourself. People don't want to do that. They want to hear the truth. The truth hurts. So let's just keep lying. Mm.
Right. And I feel that they don't want to go into that
Hmm.
emotional, like, and I hate that word because emotions is just more, if
It's
people
just
say
energy.
emotional and they think that is sadness every time, so I don't like to say that. So they don't want to tap into those feelings of feeling like worthless or
Hmm.
sad. Let me say the emotion, worthlessness or sad or that anger. And I really want to talk about the anger because we see a lot of anger on TV. This here, oh, there's Mr. West. I'm waiting for him. This here app. Lord have mercy. I don't know what's going on. And I'm not saying this in a way to, like I said, put men down, but I'd be like, why are these men screaming at each other? Like, what is going on? Like,
Yeah.
it's, I'm like, is that what we're doing with our anger? We're coming and we're just up here yelling at each other, yelling at females, just yell, it's just, it's weird to me. And it's like, is that what type of therapy we're trying to do? Is this what your type of therapy is? And definitely them just like that anger side, guys. So how, like I said, I want men to be honest, but they're not gonna. How can we? So we're gonna try to collaborate us three women and women in the chat and those men in the chat. How can women help with the mental health of the anger side? Like, because I see men's anger, or I should say patience, is not as like they used to be really, really patient and be like, oh, okay, now they'll blow up in a minute. And I know it's because the things that they're going through. So, how do you think we could be successful as a tribe and as women to help men with these anger? Any thoughts on that? Yes, no, maybe so. Y'all got, yeah, okay.
Yes, yes. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kimash. Hold on, Bella baby. Sorry, my niece walked in.
Oh, that's okay.
Ways to cope with anger. You just tell
How
them to
do
breathe. Breath work is real. You know, you
So,
gotta.
how do you handle a situation if you're in a relationship and men, like I said, they get upset. Some men get so aggressive they throw stuff. You be like, I know, okay,
Mm-mm.
you know what I'm saying. But I'm just, I'm gonna be transparent
No, no,
about things
yeah.
like this. So, how, as we as women, collectively as women, and as we
Mm,
create our tribe, help the men with their anger
mm,
issues? How are we able to do that?
Like I said I choose my battles um with him. Like I'm not gonna be so just whining about every little thing that's going on. Like if it's something important that we need to address, we need to sit down and address it. But if it's something that could wait, it's not of great importance. You just got to know when. You got to know your person, and you got to know when and what triggers, and you know how to turn down the triggers as well, because you know what if you with someone long enough, or if you just know someone, you know what triggers them. You know what they buttons. So I say choose your battles, ladies. Sometimes it's not worth you know yelling about some things. It's just not worth it at the time. Some things could wait and be talked out. Like, baby, how many times I told you such? Then while y'all having a regular conversation, you said he left and be like, yeah, you did tell me, but in the heat of the moment or where you know he don't feel like it, and you just go right in like that's not gonna work. So I think you could calm him down by knowing him and knowing his triggers and knowing when to address things and when not to address things. And if he's upset, you go and talk to him. You need to talk. No, I don't want to talk now. Okay, well, I'm just saying, when you breathe or whatever you want to do, I'm here. I'll be waiting. You know.
Yes, those are very, very good suggestions, Kima. Peace out to Dre Cobbs in the building. Peace and love.
Hey,
Thank you.
Jacobs.
And
Hey,
we have
Keith.
Mr. West has hit the panel, y'all.
Hey,
We got our
Keith.
first man up here to hit
Yes,
the
yes.
panel.
Hey, Keith.
Peace and love, Keith.
Hey, what's peace and love, Goddess D, Kimaj. What's going on, sisters? Peace and respect. Sorry if I missed any names. I'm just plugging in my headset and getting everything together. So,
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead and get your stuff together. I'll try. Go ahead. I'll let you get your stuff together. Hey, Don
all right,
Play, how
cool,
you
cool, cool.
doing? So I agree with you, Keymash. Like,
Hey,
and listen,
play. Okay.
this no, you're fine. You know, we act like we have Tourette's when we're up here on the panel. I tell people that's that Tourette's. We shout out names,
That's okay.
but what I was guilty of, and like I said, I'm always going to be transparent and truthful. That man be like, I need to go for. We'll be in a discussion, and it gets heated, and he be like, let me go for a walk. Let me just go outside. Let me leave. Let me get. No, you're not going nowhere. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna stay right here and you're gonna listen to me. You all you do is run. You just be ready. And you see, I got it down
Mm-hmm.
because it was me. You know what I'm saying? So I think when that man says, let me go take a walk or let me go clear my mind, ladies, we need to do that
Mm-hmm.
because that's how things could escalate. Like I said, I was guilty for being that one. Like, you ain't going nowhere. And then I'm putting a perceived thought, oh, you about to go cheat here. Then we go into,
Right.
you understand what I'm saying? Then we go deeper than what it even is. But then, well, now we didn't give you the ideal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to deal with
Right.
this shit. I'm gonna go to, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I feel like we have to be more nurturing. I think we
Mm-hmm.
tend to think nurturing stops with our children. Like, okay, the children, but as nurturers, our men need that nurturing as well.
Mm-hmm.
They still need that. And it's not like we want to treat them like they're our kid, but I'm saying like when
Me.
we
Mm-hmm.
when we go and be like, hey, honey, sweetie, you okay? Go hug them, kiss them on their forehead, make sure they okay. Because you know when they get sick, you know they do act a little babyish. I'm just saying. No offense to the men, but y'all be acting like
They finna die, huh? I was like, oh Lord, you all right?
yeah. So
They want that
definitely,
TLC. They tap into their inner child, that sick little boy again. Take care of me. Nothing wrong with
mhm.
that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just saying that. Oh, Keith, you ready to chime in? Are you good? Mic check
oh yeah,
ready?
yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, mic
Okay.
check is good. Am my audio good? Am I coming in clear?
Yeah, it sounds loud and clear, King.
Mm-hmm.
He
Cool,
sounds loud
cool.
and
Well, I'm
clear.
making sure. 'Cause usually I get on here and I'm all choppy. And I'm like, okay.
Hey, Big Dog Philly.
Um,
Thank you for showing up. Peace and love. Much love and respect. Yeah, go ahead, Keith.
all right, peace and respect, Big Dog Philly. Much respect, due, big brother. Yeah. So I'm saying the subject matter is what? Men's mental health.
Yeah, mental health and men. We're having a I'm having a three-part series, and we're starting with the men first.
Mhm.
So like I want to ask you, Keith, because I asked uh, the panel, and we want a man's perspective. Why do you
Okay.
think men don't like to go to therapy?
A lot of times men are afraid to go to therapy due to not being man enough to deal with a situation on their own. Instead of relying on themselves to do it, they rather go somewhere else and do it. And then the fear of somebody knowing that you went to someone else. In this society, as a male, and I can only speak from my personal experience, I can't speak for other
Right.
men but myself. You from birth, you're being put under a certain image and stereotype that you have to live out. And if you don't live it out, you're considered soft, or you're considered feminine, or you're considered this and that to the third. So we have to put on a persona. And yes, it's a persona, you know what I mean? That we're tough and we're this and we're that. You know what I mean? But in actuality, we're not as tough as that image that we put out, let alone the words that we speak out our mouth. You know what I mean? So yeah, a lot of it is based on ego. You know what I mean? And we don't want to allow ourselves to be who we are. But then we live in a society that doesn't allow that. You know what I mean? So the fear of going to someone and just asking for help, that's a huge problem.
Mm, agreed.
Yeah. And also I want to throw this out there. Therapy
Mhm.
does not Okay, so let's talk about different forms of therapy. Let me address it like that. Because people think that therapy is you go sit on this lay on this couch because this is how they make it seem, and you go tell this person all your business, then you get this high bill, and then they see if you need some medication, and you go on about your way.
There you
But
go. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad.
there's
Hmm.
different forms of therapy nowadays where so like for example, where my son Aladdin does exercises, he'll go exercise or go work out or go do something like that to release. He actually did a post like that on Instagram, how and it was about mental. I meant to pull that up. It was about mental health issues, and he shows himself jump roping, and he was like, "This is one of the ways he releases his, whatever he needs to release." So, what do you guys think are other forms, the non, the other ways of therapy besides like the so called sitting on my couch? What do you guys think are other ways of therapy?
Mine is
Mhm.
definitely music. Um,
Hmm.
Music helps me with a lot of things. Spiritual. I like all types of music, so music is one way to go, guys. Well, exercise is definitely, like she was saying, it's definitely one way to go. You feel so much better. But yeah, music is also one way to go, guys.
Very good point.
I
What you
agree.
guys think?
I think
What?
also being outside with nature, going
Mm,
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah.
mhm. Get
Yes,
some
hmm
air,
yes, yes.
get in balance with your elements. Music definitely too. I incorporate all of it together, and just go ground yourself. Just go, be with Earth, be free, be vulnerable with yourself, and just go look at something different. So,
Yeah. What are
yeah.
your thoughts on that, Keith? What you think, Keith? Like,
Um,
you tell us what do you personally do for your mental health, like to make sure it's healthy?
well, I'll say this. A lot of the ideas that's been put out so far with this,
Hmm.
they're all great ideas. But if a person doesn't know or not introduced to these ideas, they wouldn't be able to identify exactly which way to go. You know what I mean? So when it comes to like communicating and letting it be known, like, well, there's other ways, just like you pretty much did, guys, D and everybody else. You know what I mean? There's music, there's like me personally, I like to read books. I'll sit down and
Hmm.
read, and it
Yeah, I
happen to
thought
be
about that too. Yep.
Right. And I happen to be very fortunate to have two twin daughters and a son that I can talk to, whether by calling, whether by video chat, and I can talk to them and they take me to a different place in my mind. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? To where I'm able to not technically go into them, let's just say that, but I'm able to take some of their thoughts and ideas and put it in myself. And it reminds me of my childhood, you know? But yeah, I like to read my books. You know, sometimes when I'm not working, I'll get up, go outside for a walk. You know, what I mean, usually at night. It's nighttime is usually the best time. Everything is calm and collected, and all the wild people are sleeping. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, because it gets crazy. And I mean, it's wild at night, but it really gets crazy in the daylight. Too much shit going on. So I'm like, yeah, I'm a night person. So but no, yeah, all of these different techniques are very good to help not just men but women too. But being that the main subject is men, uh, the biggest advice that I can give, because I'm still learning and still trying to put things together myself, so I really can't throw much advice out if I'm still learning and building and putting together. We just got to know how to how can I put it? We got to learn how to just express ourselves
Mhm.
without letting our ego get involved, without being upset. You know, people don't know how to be corrected. Instead of taking criticism, and that word criticism alone, it comes off the wrong way. So a lot of us don't understand. It's like, you got to know how to speak your mind and also respect others who speak their mind. That way you both can come to an understanding. Even if you don't agree with each other, you can still have a respectable moment and look up what that person said and be able to say, you know what, I don't agree with it, but I definitely respect exactly where you're coming from. You know what I mean? And that's something that we need to do
Mhm.
as men. We do that more often. That alone is automatically going to take a lot of stress out
Yeah.
of our brain.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, but that's just my spiel. I didn't want to be up here, you know what I mean, along with it.
Oh no, but you're speaking for the men right now because nobody
Mm-hmm.
other men
Yeah,
have hit the
we didn't even
panel.
hear that.
That's
Yeah.
why I appreciate. I know. I'm gonna say, I think the most simplest thing is finding somebody that you can communicate with. If it's a friend, it doesn't always have to be your mate. Like I see this a lot because like my son works in a barbershop, right? They actually
Mhm.
tell ask each other like, how you doing, man? Like, you know what I mean? Like, nah, for real, like really how you doing? I have seen cases where men have really been like pouring their heart out in that barber chair to their barber. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like really speaking and they know like, shoot, I need, or even to the point where they don't even get haircuts and they come in there. Like that's how the energy is, plus Aladdin's there. So that energy is gonna be like that anyway. But the energy's so
Mhm.
dope in there that they have people come in and just hang out and sit in there like most barbershop, but I just see it firsthand. And how you doing today, man? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Or we haven't seen you in a while. And then like you'll see this man like talking and just telling, hey, this what happened, and like what really? And then you hear these stories where every man is going through something, and when they see that they're not alone and they see like, okay, well, what did you do? And I've seen men collaborate like that, like, what did you do, man? Oh, I did this, that, and whatever. And it's like a beautiful sight. Like I've seen it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yes.
them
Yeah, it is good.
talking and knowing that you have that brohood.
Yeah.
Like people make things
Yes.
so I hate the dogmas, sexuality. Don't hug your bro.
Mm,
Really? For real? You understand? Like
mhm.
I hate people put that. No, that don't mean your bro needs a hug. Like for real.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
it's therapy.
it
The
Hmm.
is.
Just like the beauty salon, it's all therapy where we go.
Right.
Mhm.
It's beautiful.
Hmm.
It really is. And it's silly, again, with the whole, I guess, preference of, somebody's personal, sexual preference, whatever. That's what I'm saying. It's silliness. You know what I mean? Like, if I had a good bro, we'd be giving each other hugs. Like, hey, you doing, bro? Ain't nothing wrong with that. And so I don't
Hmm.
know. Again, it's all about the ego and how they're being seen by others. Not so much of themselves because they know who they are, and that's another factor to throw out there. You got to get right with yourself before you try to communicate with anybody else. And I mean, if you're not able to at least sit down and get your thoughts together and your emotions and everything in check first before you consider speaking to someone else, this is where you get your arguments, you get your debates, you get your, and a lot of times people just create drama just to be recognized and seen. They don't know how to come
Mhm.
out and just, be themselves genuinely and speak freely and be respectable at the same token. But I totally agree with you, having a person to sit down and talk to, I mean, it's very good, but you have to start with yourself. You don't know how to check yourself, you're pretty much a loose cannon going out there. You know what I mean? Especially if you're in a harsh environment as it is. You know what I mean? You're already in an environment where everything is harsh and tense, and people got attitudes. It's going to be hard to communicate in those environments. Unless you check yourself, then you know who to talk to, who not to talk to, who to avoid, who to be around. It's a lot of different scenarios, but I totally agree with what you said. Communication absolutely is key.
Hmm.
Yeah. So how would we help him? Like, I know, like I said, I see a lot of men that hold a lot of things in, and it's like I want to be able to be like, hey, like you said, self love. It's hard to teach self love, Keith and ladies.
Yes.
Like it, that is like because you could tell somebody how great and wonderful, and it took me to a while to develop that as well. Like people would say that to me, and I'd be just looking at them like that's weird. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But how do we help people to get know their self love? Because that's, I do believe, like you said, Keith, that is the battle right there. Like that self love is going to help you to be able to even interact with others. Just because it says self, I think we put a lot of concentration on, yeah, because yes, I love myself. I'll sit here and say that to everybody. I love myself. That does not stop my interaction with others. It actually helps me to create greater bonds. But my struggle would be with if one of my sons or a good friend that was a man doesn't want to see their greatness in them, and you're trying to help them see that self-love. How can we work together, or how would we work to help that person? Any thoughts on that?
Um,
Ooh, good massage.
well, again, it's about communication, and like me, if I was to introduce another brother or sister that was like in my predicament at one time, because it took a while for me to get to where I am now, you know,
Hmm. Hmm.
um, it would just be pretty much introducing different ways of thinking, taking your mind frame out of what's currently going on and
Yeah.
put it in an area that focus more about better itself, just by checking on somebody, like, how are you doing? How you felt, which is good. But the whole introduction of self love, you have to put it out there. It's okay to speak about being a part of this. It's okay to speak in a part of this. But you should know yourself more than anybody else, you know? So, like with my son, I try to tell him, son, you have to take care of yourself. You have to speak highly of yourself. When I hear him say, Daddy, I can't do this, don't say I can't. Say I can. You just got to figure out another way. So it's reversing the chemistry and the way that the words are speaking and coming out to an individual. You can do these things. Don't say you can't. You have to love yourself. If you don't love who you are individually, how do you expect somebody else to respect you and love you if you don't have that way of expressing it yourself? If you don't, like, for instance, you come out the house and you're dressed up all bummy and tore up, nobody's going to respect you. You're going to definitely carry negative energy. But if you come out and take care of yourself, that positive energy is going to flow through you and throughout you. And people are going to see that. They're going to recognize that. Now, unfortunately, some people go unseen, they go unheard, they go unrecognized. And that's okay. Eventually, the right people are going to come along and you'll link up with these people, but you have to continue to keep that self love and that focus on what you have to do as an individual. And the right people will definitely find you and you'll find them. So
Mhm.
hopefully I win about, because that's, again, I'm just speaking from my experience. I know the weight's on me for all
Absolutely.
the fellas, but I'm
No, I mean, we appreciate the insight because, like, we all know, that's why I asked you, could you hit the panel for me? Because I know that you had a journey as well, you know what I'm saying? And just
yes.
this is an example of how men don't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We're up here as women talking and trying to find out solutions and talking about, hey, man, we want to help you, and like it's like pulling teeth, like, no, I don't want to go up there and feel vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to go
Mm-hmm.
up there and tell my feelings. I don't want to go up there and cry. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? It's still the tough guy mentality. So like I said, I know that your journey, and I appreciate you, sharing these things. Like, I know my son's working because I know he would have had a lot to say about this
Oh yeah.
particular subject. So I just, things that he said, and we've talked about, like, he'll call me when he's sad, or he'll be like, I need my mom. Like, he don't play. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mom, I need you, or shoot, I need a hug or something, or he's gonna express himself that type of way. And I think also as women, a thing that we do, especially as a mother, like with I only have boys, so I could only speak of that. But even when they get older, I think we need to make sure that we're treating them as men instead of, oh, you're always going to be my baby. Come here. I mean, that's good, but we need to treat them as men as well, because
Mm-hmm.
they're not going to feel like they're a man, especially if they're in a single parent home. We can't sit there and baby them. We have to, hey, there's life out there. I'm always going to be your mom. That's always going to be, but when they get to a certain age, they got to be a man. You know what I'm saying? So I think we have to, I think that's the old school thinking as well, where it's like, oh, that was the old grandma way, I should say. I'm not trying to, no disrespect, but it was like, they're my baby forever, and yes, they
Mm-hmm.
are, but not allowing them to grow as men, I think, can affect their mental health as well, because we can coddle them too much and not
Mm-hmm.
allow them to grow, and then turn around and say, you're not supposed to cry.
Right. Where's the balance in that? You know,
Right.
that's
And I was,
that
like
is.
I said, I was speaking from experience. Like, that's things that I've done, and be like, but then we turn around and go, be strong, don't cry, but we still treat them like a baby. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
That's really messing with their mental health. Like, how are you gonna tell me to that I'm your baby, and then you want me to be strong and don't cry?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's, one of the ways we as women can definitely help with that.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to make sure that you just, like you said, start them young. Words of
Mhm.
affirmation, right? Every day, having
Mhm.
positive thoughts and affirmations to yourself. Do that mirror talk. Do that mirror work. Um, and just love yourself, really. I tell my son all the time, you go in the mirror and you talk to yourself. You tell yourself who you are and you love yourself. And it doesn't matter. That is the hardest thing to teach in life. It is self-love.
Mhm.
So, so it's like, what do we need to do to help heal? We need communication, definitely, too. Because we just get so shut out and we don't have those constant reminders of, knowing how to handle criticism and how to handle things that are going to be thrown your way. I told my son, you are an endangered species. No, I'm just kidding. But no, for real, I said,
No, real
you
talk
gotta,
though.
you
Yeah.
gotta,
We are. Yeah, we
you
are.
gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta keep your head on a swivel and make sure you carry yourself for who you are, and you don't lose it for nobody. And your
That's right.
company is who you keep, and you will adapt to that company and so on, so be it, and it'll be a forever domino effect. You can't be a knucklehead forever. My daddy always said, "Hey, are you stuck on stupid and can't get off? You got to get off. You got to make sure that you are aware of who you really are, and then you'll adapt into like-minded um, men around you, and the next thing you know, you'll just be amazing." But if you slip and you fall, just get back up and do it again. Do your best every day. Every day is not gonna be great. It's not going to be a balance every day. But if we have those, if we have those outlets for men to just come to, like, we just need to find ways to engage Black men in mental health treatment, especially with their anger, especially with their sadness, with their trauma, the stuff that they don't talk about. So, you know.
Especially, what about childhood trauma? Like, I
Mhm.
think
Mm.
men really don't want to tap into that. Like,
Mm-mm.
they, especially when they're a full grown man, they don't think that affect them. I'm okay, but they'll say, "This what happened when I was young."
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Always.
saying? Like, it's
It's always
like,
that
wait
story.
a
Mhm.
minute.
Mhm.
So, like, and you're listening to the story, and you're like, I think you
Mhm.
need to, go and tap into your inner child. If those that know, you go, like, it's just, don't let the childhood trauma just, like, I'm okay, I'm grown now, it's gone.
Mhm.
I personally don't think it works that way. You know what I'm saying? I think that it works in a different type of form. Like, if you do have childhood trauma, I do believe that you have to go back and face that. And because I had to
Right.
do that. I'll discuss that
Right.
on the woman's one. But go ahead, Keith.
Um, well, first off, I'd like to give a shout out to my brother Ladden over there doing his thing. And honestly, I think I was on your panel before when I expressed this thought and emotion of the closeness that mother and son that you two possess as mother and son. A lot of us don't have our mothers, you know what I mean, or fathers for
Mhm.
that matter. So we have to kind of untangle certain obstacles that we are placed under, you know what I mean, on our own, pretty much, and it can be done. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that, look at me, I'm an example, but my
Mhm.
experiences of itself, it speaks for itself that it can be done. You just have to be able to put your mind in that position, pretty much your mind and your heart. You can put your mind and heart, which is the constant. This is just not just for men and women too. Our mind, our brain and our heart is constantly at war, constantly finding that center ground to balance both. That's the hardest challenge of all. Because you feel one way, but you think another way. So how do you get that alignment with your brain and your heart is connected? You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
yeah. But again, with us men, a lot of us men, again, when it's trauma, stuff that happened in our childhood, these are things that we keep hidden. Unless you grew up with us and you happen to know what we've been through. But if it's just to put it out there, a lot of us don't want to put it out there because maybe it's something that we were ashamed of. Maybe it was something that just happened to us. And we wish it didn't. So therefore, we're not brave enough to speak about it. We won't speak about it. We rather just, live a fantasy life. I was trying to grab other words, but I'll just go with that. Fantasy life, where we're pretending to be someone else or something else instead of who we are. You know. So a lot of us men, we do deal with that situation the way it is. But like you lady said, when it comes to self love, when it comes to just saying, you know what, I can do this. I love who I am. I can look in the mirror and accept, and don't get off that mirror until you find some acceptance with yourself. Don't just, well, okay, this is acceptable, blah, blah, blah. No, you have to do a whole complete work and look at yourself and be who you are, but it's very tough, especially in the society we live in. It's very tough to just be yourself and be who you are and be
Mhm.
accepted amongst everybody else.
Mhm. Because we gotta accept everybody else. I agree with everything you say, Mr. West. Because we gotta accept
Yeah,
everybody else not really wanting to be who they want, who they really are.
that's right.
This is
That's right.
2024. We didn't had no, I'm not going.
Mhm.
We're bashing any. We didn't had all kinds of creatures and people all around. I don't even know. But we gotta accept them, and then now we're like, we don't even know. Like the boys don't know what to do. They're stuck with like this, this scared, like this little boy, like this. They're scared.
Mhm.
They need to go and sit with themselves and do whatever healing work they need to do to, because this boy is constantly continue coming out of you. So what your mental health trauma is everything, all your experiences that you ever went through. So what experience do you need to do to heal, to work on, in order for whatever this quote unquote anxiety disorder or this impulsiveness and panic and to not make you go crazy, to not have you say, here, this is what your diagnosis, this is what you pills you need to take.
Hmm.
That's not therapy. What do you mean?
That's right.
So
Right.
so so it's like,
Right.
what exactly do you need? What do you need for me to help you be great? And if you're not ready to be great, and I could only lead you to water, honey, and you
That's right.
Hmm.
yourself. So all you gotta do is do your best. I'm gonna do my best to help you, but there are ways, there are things out there, but we always wait till it's too late. They always wait till it's the very last, to the, you on your deathbed. The judge said you gotta do. Why you gotta wait till then? Why?
Hmm.
That's
Yeah,
a fact.
yeah.
What is it?
That's a fact.
So
That's that's very
yeah,
unfortunate.
yeah, it is very unfortunate. So it starts now. It starts through these outlets here, through talking about mental health with men, through Brotherhood Haven here that we have in Denver, that I need everywhere. There's so many places and ways that we can tap into who we need to tap into if we're willing to go that route. There's no excuse.
Hmm.
There's free classes. There's a way to get to it if you really want it that badly. That's all I gotta say. And I rest there. But yeah.
And let me say this. Now there is a form of communication, and this is what we have now, which is you got your social networks. Now that can be a good thing, and that can also be a very confusing, outcasting, judging, labeling, titling thing. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I mean, I'm sure everybody on this panel, and even the family in the chat, can also relate to this. These social networks, because a lot of children get a hold of these quicker than they do seeing somebody anyway. You don't get children that go outside and play. They're on their phones, whether it's on these YouTubes or Rumbles, whatever you call it. So now you got these toxic environments, you know what I mean? Where people are arguing, debating, talking about things from back then. And, you
Hmm.
know, you belong to this group, you belong to that group. And a lot of the madness that goes on in their own personal life, they bring it onto the internet, and then it spreads faster, you know.
Hmm.
So
Talk about it.
so now so now social media, who is technically, or what is supposed to technically be a source of growth, development, information, knowledge, and enhancing your way of thinking, you know, enhancing on your know-hows. You're getting caught up in different groups, tribes,
Hmm.
clans, cliques, you know. So that puts a lot of our young men as well in a weird, awkward position because now they're trying to fit in between their real life and the internet life. Then they become addicted to the inner life because they have to be a part of this group and they like this person and they like that person. But in their own personal life, they're not even living, they're not even acknowledging who they are in their own real lives. That further pushes them in that fantasy. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
the internet,
Hmm.
so the
Yes.
internet can be a very useful. Keep my
No,
story,
I'm
sis.
sorry. No, Keith, you're right because even adults does it.
Hmm.
Yes,
It's with them
yes,
as well. Um,
Hmm.
yes.
they get on here and get a whole new life, and that's where they stay. And then their other life, they're not living, but on here they could be who they want to be. They could be something else. They don't have to tackle any issues that's going on because they are what they want to be on here, but not like he said, it's not putting it in their own life, their real life. So yeah, I totally agree with that, Keith. And
Mm-hmm.
it's,
That's right.
and it's
That's right.
and it's getting really bad because
Mm-hmm.
that's what a lot of people are doing now. Like
Yeah.
after the pandemic, that's what people start doing in the recess of their minds and going on the internet and social media, and
Mm-hmm.
that's where everybody started going when they couldn't go out the house. So now it's a safe haven for them, and you on there and you could do whatever you want to be. You could be evil, you could be good,
Yeah.
you could change profiles every day on different social levels. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. You're right.
exactly.
You're right.
Be
Dangerous.
all the things you want to be, on this internet, and a lot of people take it and run with it, and their mental health is getting worse. You
Mhm.
know.
And then they want to turn around and call that their therapy, their phone
Yeah.
therapy.
But
Ain't that wrong?
won't come to something like this. If we
Mhm.
was over here and fighting and fussing, boy, don't you
Oh
know,
yeah.
it'd have been cracking over here. Chat
Oh
going, the
Mhm.
chat going, everybody talk.
yeah.
You know
Definitely.
what I'm saying? And I appreciate everybody that does, because this is something that still needs to be put out there. And I just want to, like I said, a good example to my grandchildren. And it's so funny because my grandson called me the other day, and he goes, my son gets on the phone. He was like, "Yeah, we were watching your YouTube video," and he was like, my son was just looking at you and just smiling and saying, they called me Sugar Mama. Like, look at Sugar Mama on TV. Like, they don't hear me fussing and fighting. And like, even to a point, like this subject could happen to when they get older, like, oh, well, my Sugar Mama told me to do this, and they talked about it. And so just setting that good example for the future generation. They're not thinking,
That's
so
right.
many people are living in the now, but your kids and your people, your future family members and stuff are going to see this. Like, that you want them seeing you hollering and screaming. And I mean, if that's what you want, I mean,
Yeah.
to each his own, you know what I'm saying? But I'd rather have a positive vibe out there to show, hey, look at, this is what I needed somebody to show me, what I needed to do about my mental health. And this is what
Mhm.
the platform was in. Like I said, if we would have been doing anything else right now, it would have been a whole different vibe over here, man.
Yep.
The chat,
Yeah.
cash apps, all that, everything's gonna be going on when you're talking stuff. I'm just saying. But when
Yeah.
you're really doing,
Facts.
go ahead, y'all.
Yeah.
No, it's true. It's really true.
That's true.
Because
Mhm.
like even on my platform, I like to just have fun. Let's go kick the bubbles, let's talk. But none of that other stuff can happen. And I don't care who don't come. But I'm just saying that, like she said, if it was something and I was reading somebody or dragging them or whatever, I already know that's when 50,
Mhm.
60. Yeah, in your chat, like she said, but you know.
You know, when
And
it's time
how is
to do
that
the work,
helping their mental health?
it's
Yeah,
not.
how is right?
It's
Exactly.
not.
Nobody's thinking about that. Nobody is thinking
But
about.
when it's time to do the work, when it's time to get down and dirty, it's like, why don't you want to do the work? What is it?
Hmm.
Why
Hmm.
you don't want to? What is it? What is it? No,
Yep.
your fairy godmother's not gonna come down here and wave a little wand. She's
Mm-hmm.
not gonna here. What are you talking? Your mom cannot come and wipe all your tears, honey. Someone does she ain't gonna listen. If you don't if you don't do it now, when will it ever be done? You bringing children and people into this world, you surrounding yourself, you giving out this vibe and this aura, whether it's good, negative, or what. And it gotta be negative. You don't do the mental health, so you giving out these vibes that of other people because you don't want to do the work within. What?
Hmm.
I'm gonna call you out, and I'm gonna do it with love. And if you don't want to hear
Right.
it, that's fine. I'll turn around and I'm gonna smile. Cause guess what, honey? Cause when you come back, this is what I do. Cause I kill them with my kindness, right? I don't like.
Mhm.
Let's
So
go.
I'd be like, no, you got it. But when you come
Yes,
back to
baby.
me, I'm gonna just let you know, like you had it the whole time, boo. Don't even
Mm-hmm.
worry about it. I ain't
Hey,
looking at
Tay
you.
Eats, thank you for showing up.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta do the work.
Sister Tay,
Nobody wanna get dirty and do the work. You gotta do the work, y'all. Come on.
Hey, Tay.
Peace and
It's
love.
peace
so
and respect, Tay.
easy. Yeah. It's so, like I said, so easy to, and this is an issue. This topic is an issue. You know what I'm saying? Mental health is serious, y'all. Like, and it's like, I don't have a shame. Like, next week, I really go in about myself, because it's going to be more directed to the women. But I don't have a shame, even when I saying how I know how I affected men's mental health, even including my sons, for saying, suck it up, don't cry. You're supposed to be tough, because that's what we put out there. we have to take accountability as a tribe if we want things to change. We always talk about change, but when it's time to make the change, what are we doing? And that's why I
Facts.
appreciate having, this channel and my lovely co-host and us having these topics, because I feel like this is how we're making a change. We're putting out this information, because like I said, everybody hop and be like, oh, that person's mental. Well, what you gonna do to help them? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you gonna just sit there and let them scream and holler and say, oh, they need help? Well, okay,
Mhm.
and so definitely, and like I said, I enjoy having these type of subjects, and just the fact that it is recorded and documented to show, hey, there were some people talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
This is the mental health. Hey, Dolly, how are you? Thank you
Hey,
for the
darling.
love.
And
Yeah.
that's facts. And that's facts. You need a variety, and that's a lot of things that we don't have in society as well. And I'm not speaking far as fast food or different movies or music. I'm just speaking far as different varieties of communication. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying that those sectors, those beef sectors and debate sectors, I'm not saying that they're not necessary. In some portions, in some ways, they are important and they can be
Yes,
very
they are.
useful.
It's a balance
Mhm.
to
But yeah, exactly,
balance. Yes, they're very
exactly,
important because there has to be a
exactly.
balance there. You can, if we all just knew positive energy, it wouldn't be negative. We wouldn't know nothing about it. So it has to
Mhm.
be
Right.
negative. Have to be here, guys. You got to just choose which one you're going to indulge in. At the end
Right.
of the day, sometimes you do want to go see the "You Are Not the Father" and the girl running in the back like,
Oh, I
Mm,
am get I be I'm
yeah,
not gonna even act like I don't be in the clouds of the drama. I be in the
yeah,
clouds.
sometimes,
me too.
But I
Me too.
after a
yeah,
while I'd be like, I'm done.
it
I
become
be
draining. Like, okay,
right,
okay,
right.
this is enough for this
Mhm.
or whatever.
And
Because
just
Right.
like if we were just I'm sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead, go
Just
ahead.
if
No,
like I
good.
was
That's
over
good.
here, enough of too much, and even this, if every live was about mental health, it get over. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
it can be too
Overwhelming.
much. Like we got
mhm,
so you do have to have a variety. You do got to have
mhm,
different things, and that's why I do go to different. I have my people that I support. They know, I go and have a good time. And I do use, like, Kimash's channel is where I cut up, but it's still fun.
mhm.
But
Hmm.
we cut up
Very
in a
interesting.
way where it's fun, not like
Yeah,
dragging each other. You know
nope.
what I'm saying? We might
Right.
joke, say a quick joke to somebody and be like, "Oh, okay, okay," you know what I'm saying? But it's
Yeah,
still
Yeah,
it's
it's all
still
love.
all, yeah, in
Yeah.
love,
yeah.
to show that this is how you're
Right.
supposed to do. And even if there is a disagreement, it can be handled in a respectable way to
Mm-hmm.
show
Always
people.
That's right.
respectful. Yes.
You can show
To agree to
people,
disagree.
hey, our mental health's together because we know how to talk to each other. We didn't
That's
agree.
right.
Here we go. Okay, well, let's show the people how we do act when we do have a problem and how we can resolve it. Let's
Hmm.
talk about it. Okay, either we're gonna agree or agree to disagree, but we still cool.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
not that's definitely part of your mental health, knowing how to handle
Yes.
conversations,
Mm-hmm.
to
Hmm.
interact with people. I mean, if
Right.
everything I see you do in life is arguing and fussing and angry, I'm like looking at you sideways.
Exactly. Because we can have great debates. If
Hmm.
Oh
you
yeah.
know how to do it, if you know how to okay, this is not personal. This is what I think, this is what you think. A
Hmm.
lot of people take it personal.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think
Yes.
what they think. And there's no personal thing to it. We just don't think of the same. Don't mean we have to be adversaries. Only thing it means is that we're individuals down here, and we have our choice. Like everybody has their own choice they could do. So I respect. Like me and D don't see eye and eye on everything. Everybody think we just be hunky dory. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I love
Mm-hmm.
you. It don't be like that at
It
all.
don't be like that at all.
Yeah, because if we come upon something we don't agree about, it's just like, yeah, well, okay, well, we just don't agree. but it's a great debate could be there, and a
Mhm.
lot of people get very sensitive these days. They very
Mhm.
easily offended.
Mhm.
So you got to just tread lightly when you go around certain people not to engage, not
Mhm.
to engage in them type of things with. But yeah, I think more than anything we can have debates. We could be friendly, throw a little friendly shade because my family come together and they'll shade you in a minute.
Oh, mine's too.
Yeah.
It's all love, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you be like, oh no, you didn't. Oh, okay, where you came from? Like for real. So be
Yeah.
in the
It could
basement
be
cracking up with each other.
it can be definitely difficult to again these social networks, you know.
Yes.
They
Mhm.
don't promote they don't promote a lot of positive dialogue
Mm-mm.
conversations like this one, and there's so many other
Mhm.
different platforms. Believe me, I know. I'm usually in the clouds listening in the background, not really in the chat like that, or I may say words.
Mhm.
So I'm very picky on where I put my voice, because I know my
Mhm.
daughters, they're on YouTube and they're more active, way more active than I am, and I know there's chances that they could be like, oh, okay, that sounds like my dad there. You know, he's you hear him, and they want to hear what I'm talking about. And if I'm up here cussing, yelling, you know, and doing all this and that, they're gonna be like, wow, Dad. But when they see me in person, they're gonna be like, Dad, you was just on the internet cussing at somebody, and now you're talking all nice now. You know, and certain things you don't want to like let your kids hear about you or see about
Mhm.
you. You know what I mean? Because how
Mhm.
you present yourself is how they're going to see life. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But on the internet, it can be very tricky. So you got to be careful. Again, it's about you. Again, it's about the choices you make and how you
Can you
want
bring
to
down some chocolate ice cream?
like what.
Oh, sorry. My
Oh,
bad.
sorry, sis, I interrupt you. Oh no, you good,
No,
sis. I
no,
might
she's
be.
off. She thought she was on mute talking about chocolate ice cream. I'm like, huh? We have a chocolate
It's
ice
good.
cream.
It's vegan chocolate. It's fire. My brother
Uh,
got that. Oh, my bad.
Sounds
Go
good
ahead,
though.
Mr. West. You right. You right.
so
Sound
Keith,
good though.
I
You
want
came with
to.
that ice
I,
cream.
man, I got some vegan ice cream over here too. But I want to
Hmm.
ask you, not to put you on the
Hmm.
spot, but yes, to put you on the spot.
Sure,
Why
sure.
do you think? I think now. So since we're speaking of men and mental health, I
Hmm.
see where a lot of men are disrespectful to
Hmm.
women. More and more prevalent than I've ever seen in my life. Like they
Hmm.
don't, they will bash a woman, call her this and that. Like it's weird to me, Keith. Like I'm like, what is going on? These men are really on here bashing the women. And it used to be where women stayed in women's place and men stayed in men's place, and that's so
Right,
stereotypical. And it doesn't mean that it's right, but in some situations, I feel that that's the case. Like if me and Kimash just having an argument, I don't feel that Keith needs to be involved. Do you see what I'm saying?
right. Absolutely.
If you're in an argument with two men, I don't feel like I have to be involved. So why do you think the increase of that disrespect is there, and does it have to do with their mental capacity?
It does have a lot to do with their mental capacity and how they're how they see. Again, it's about self love, but then again, you got this other word, self hate. You know what I mean? Or words, I'll
Mm,
say self hate. A lot of self hate is involved in a lot of that. You know what I mean? So a lot of us men, we already hate ourselves. So if we hate ourselves, how much respect you think we're going to have for our brothers or our sisters out there? You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
So again, you got the internet, you got the pressure of society and certain images you want to be a part of and you want to be seen as, you're going to play that role. You know what I mean?
mhm,
But now, do I go around calling, bitches and this and this? No, I don't do that. I mean, I have an older sister. I have daughters. I mean, I once had a mother. You know what I mean? So I pretty much grew up with women all around. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
having that self-respect is the first thing that they at least alluded to me, especially my mother. She was always quick to, know thyself. You know what I mean? know who you are, love yourself, and growing up with that low self esteem, and I think I'm ugly. She would look at me and she would go, "Why are you talking like that? Who are you? Don't be talking about myself, talking to me in the third person. Don't talk about my son like that. My son is very
Right,
handsome.
right.
I don't know who you are."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So,
Right, right.
and and growing up, I didn't quite catch on to that, but as I got older, a lot of what she told me started to resonate and make sense. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But no, it's a lot of that disrespect. Again, is learned behavior that we carry with us because again we want to be accepted in a certain imagery. And if we're not accepted, we're outcasted, and nobody knows how to be, let alone to themselves, let alone who they are and true to themselves. These are very difficult situations, especially for us men.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Hey
because I
Albert, how
don't.
you doing? Thank you for showing up, Albert. Real quick, Sadi, Tay wants to know.
Yes.
Tay Eat wants to know what brand of ice cream that you have that's vegan. Cause she make
Oh,
you need to tap into her too, cause she does vegan recipes. Real quick,
okay.
just tell
Yes,
her that.
that's a good
Oh
one.
yeah, I don't know. I'm at my brother's house. He has it. It's upstairs. I'm gonna find out though. I'm just gonna wait for my bowl patiently. And yeah, as soon as I find out, as soon as he brings me down a
I
bowl,
think
I will put it
dryer,
in the freezer.
bright is it? What do I have? Dryers. One of them I have in here, and then I think me and Sadi had. Oh, I can't remember. It was the
Some
one with the
sprouts.
so delicious or
Oh, the sea
something.
salt. Yeah, so delicious. The sea salt
Yeah,
caramel.
is good.
Mm-hmm.
And Jermaine Dupri has one too. Tay Eats.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, I forgot what it's
Wow.
called. Yeah, it's
Mm.
at Walmart.
Y'all,
Okay, but anyway,
Oh,
sorry. Hey
back to
y'all
that.
Albert.
gonna make me.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna make me run to the store and get me some ice cream. Now
Oh,
I'm
you
hearing all
know how
this talk
that
about
late
ice
night. You
cream
know
and.
how I go.
Yeah.
But no, I
Man,
definitely agree in your self hate. Like, what do we
yeah.
do to our like with our son? Like, I have a 14-year-old, and I'm like, ooh, I know you say you love yourself, and you think it's silly that I tell you to talk to yourself in the mirror and give yourself a hug, and just write down positive affirmations and say these things out loud. But you think we gotta really? It's so much more to that. You gotta tap and dive all the way in, like you said. It's how
Yeah.
we see it's in the music. This self hate is in the music. What are you listening to?
Mhm.
Self hate blaring through your little earphone. No, I don't think so. And it's how these men, and I feel like going back to trying to answer your question, Mama D, is what these boys are so violent and disrespectful because look how women are treating themselves nowadays. Look how we're calling each other's
Facts.
bitches and shit. You know what I mean? In my bad. All
Facts.
kinds of stuff. And they see that and it's normal. But for a man to do it is disrespectful. For a woman to, you know what I mean? Like, that's double standard. Like, how are we supposed to? That's confusing. As much as women say, I love you, you're my baby, but tighten up, don't cry. Like, how it's a thrown wrench in there. And I don't know. Um, I
I
don't
agree with
know.
Sadie.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Go
Sadie.
ahead. Go ahead.
I agree with Sadie so much, especially about that blaring in their ears. What are they playing? I'm I grew up my children heard spiritual, different genres of music. They very open to a lot. I be hearing my son play stuff I didn't even know he was listening to me listen to. And my daughter as well. And I get a lot of songs from them as well, from different genres. And we laugh about it because when family come to our house, they be like, here they go finna play them white songs. Nobody, but it don't be like, it be like, because we like all different types of music. And what goes in your ears is also, it can plant something or do something if you listening long enough. Like Sadie was saying, if it's blaring through your ears and you hearing just negative and yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it too, as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then they're just listening to it day and night.
Yeah.
And it's all
Mhm.
about suicidal. It's all about shots, money, weed. It's saying the same things over and over and over. And they're listening to it all day. Any chance that they can get. And you're like, mm-mm. No wonder you
Yeah.
walk around just upset for no reason. Nobody did nothing to you. So yeah, you just got to tap in and just be like, you know, what do you really? What's the company you keep? Are you around a whole bunch of negative Nancy's, David the Downers, people who just hate on you? You know what I mean? That all taps into your mental health and will
It does.
suicide.
It
It's
does.
suicide. Get yourself
It
out of
Right.
there.
does. It
Know
really
when to
does.
recognize them flags and just be like, nah, I'm too good for you. You know what I mean? Because you are. Nine times
The
out of ten,
company
you are.
you keep, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it could make you so uncomfortable. Like some situations, I just be like Bart Simpson backing up in a bush. Ooh, I gotta get out of here. Like, no, I cannot. I'm not finna be here
Facts.
for this
Yeah.
mess. I'm finna be here. See you later. Yeah, I'm about out of here because I just be like, you gotta be kidding me at some point. You gotta be kidding me. And some people, that's all they know. I talk about the
Yeah.
project mentality all the time. I grew up in Chicago and we had projects everywhere. The Ickies, 47th Street, the Robert Taylors, our Gardens. We had all of these different projects. And they were trying to tear the ones that was up the longest down and give them Section 8 and low income houses out in the suburbs in nice neighborhoods. And they were protesting it. They did not want to go out them buildings. They did not want to see anything different. And let me tell y'all, let me explain these buildings to y'all. You go in there and you don't want to get on the elevator because it smell like urine, it's feces, in there sometimes. It's you go up the stairs, it's alcohol. It's just so ridiculous in these places. Then a man could have at least four baby mamas on each different floor, and they arguing and fighting, and it just was a haven for negativity. You was not gonna find nothing else in them projects. So I guess they just got tired of it. So much crime and so much just negativity. The cities decided to tear it down. You had to come out, and they gave them 60 not to 90 days to find them somewhere to go, and gave them these vouchers. They didn't want the vouchers. They didn't want to get out of there. They was protesting all the way down to the last building was knocked down. And everybody was like, well, why wouldn't they want better? Because this all they know. This is all they knew. They had the project mentality. So when you was trying to take away all they knew, the unfamiliar became scary to them. I don't want to go in them neighborhoods and I don't know nobody and these cops and it just was always something else. But they had a better way to live and make their children go to better schools, but they didn't want that. They were so used to what they knew.
Being stuck.
Yes,
Being
you're
stuck
right.
and not being willing to go with change and be, if not go with change, at least be the change. And that's another situation.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And when
Mm-hmm.
it comes to mental health, is we get used to a certain mentality. We again, you get caught up in these social networks where you're a part of this group, you're part of that group, you're part of this community. So you adapt to that and you mold yourself to fit that mentality. And then when it's time to unwind that, you don't want to. So now you're stuck.
Mm-hmm.
And at least back in the day, you know, we went outside. We were in our environment, so we had
Hmm.
to deal with reality.
Yes.
Right.
Today, social media is
Peace and
there,
love,
and
OG Murder Global. Thank you for showing up. I don't know who that, but thank you. Sorry, go ahead.
no, you're all good, D. You're all good. We appreciate you. Yeah, in this society today, we have social media, and social media is everything.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these children and men, women, you name it, individuals, they get a hold of these a lot more faster than anything else because everything is merging into that. You know what I mean? Where's no more record stores, no more movie theaters. I mean, they're still there,
Man,
but everything is merging to this internet.
man.
So, so when it comes to changing, sometimes change can be difficult. You know what I mean? And that's actual
Mm-hmm.
factual. But
Mm-hmm.
it's accepting it and doing your own self work to be a part of that change. You know,
Yeah.
so that self hate, we're automatically given that. You know what I mean? From From the moment that we learn how to walk and talk and do all this stuff, that self hate is there. YouTube, perfect example. It promotes all this chaos and mayhem and debates and arguments and fist fights and stuff, and people, beefing with that person, and then this person makes videos about this person, and they promote it. But a channel like this one, it won't get that promotion because it's boring, it's dry, it's speaking, good stuff, and who wants to hear that? But in the environment they live in, it doesn't replicate this. So
Yep.
why promote it when they can just promote all the chaos stuff? You
Exactly.
know what I mean?
He right, because
Right.
guys, we don't even see. I was saying this to my sister, and I'm like, we used to see people jump rope, go ask for our time. When you walk down the street, you see girls jumping rope. You see hopscotch. You used to see all of this when we growing up. Now it's just like no kids on the street, and if you do, it's a group of them going to do something they ain't got no business. Properly loud down the street, being totally rude. I'm like, it's just a whole nother generation. I didn't even see no more line bugs. When we was
How
growing
about
up, we
that?
had line bugs. What happened to line bugs, guys?
You know
Did
what happened to
they
the light
disappear?
bulbs.
It's they, I don't even see them no more.
They're on YouTube. They got videos on YouTube
I
now.
guess
Lightning bugs are making videos. They're having debates who's brighter.
right, right,
Hmm.
right, Keith, for real. I was like, wait a minute, what is going on with our old childhood? We used to play Simon Says, and we had such a uh, brighter imagination. Now these days, it's just like not. It's
Because
crazy.
that's all we had was our imagination. We didn't have so many options and
Yeah,
choices
you're
and
right. You're
decisions.
right.
Right.
If I'm
Yeah,
like, you don't have an option. You have to go outside and get nature today,
you
baby.
better
Like
do something.
I'm locking the door. Like you don't understand. Get creative, tap into that, and then now we have
Hey, beautiful Victoria. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate you.
peace and love.
Uh,
But yeah, now
And
we
that's
don't. We have easier options. We're lazy. We get lazier.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
because
that's something that
jump a
and
rope.
that's a,
Hmm.
yeah, and that's something that I like to introduce to my daughters and my son as well. Is your imagination. Okay, you got the internet, you got this, cool, but you always want to keep that imagination because as you grow older, you're going to lose that imagination, and then you're going to start getting molded to where you're working a job, you're doing this, you got to pay rent, you got to pay bills. So this society will take you away from that imagination. You know what I mean? If you take away a man or woman's imagination, you automatically stop to create ideas in their thought process to create and be free. You know,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
mhm.
but
Then
if you can keep that process going, and you continue to think everything that we're doing, like even the internet, this was somebody's imagination before it was an actual real creation. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Absolutely.
Somebody's somebody thought of this. And as they thought of this, people thought, oh, well, you're crazy. That won't work. And now look at us now in 2024. Look how we're communicating, from state to state, across the globe. But this was somebody's thought and somebody's imagination that made this happen. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, and this is what I tell my daughters, continue to have imagination. Don't worry about being judged and labeled. That doesn't mean nothing. If you still like to watch cartoons and you like the Teletubbies and
Yeah.
all these little
Mhm.
characters that they like,
Because that's where your
continue
creativity
to like it.
is. Mm-hmm.
Shoot, every now and again,
Absolutely.
I like to watch me a little Disney,
Oh,
cartoons every now and
yeah.
again.
Oh,
You know what I'm
those be the
saying?
best
Yes,
ones.
they do.
Those be the
I thought
best
they had
ones.
the
Oh yeah.
Moana 2
Thank
out.
you,
I
Victoria.
thought they had the
Yes,
Moana
absolutely.
2 out. I was like,
I
did
know
they
she got so
Moana?
excited. She got
Yes.
so excited. I was like, "What?" And I was with her too. Like, "What for
I
real? We
said,
about to
well, I
watch
thought they
that?"
said
Yeah.
Moana 2. I
Yeah.
thought they had the Moana part 2 because that was my
oh, I
man.
love Moana.
Moana, yeah, exactly. So I thought I turned and they said Moana too. I was got excited. I'm like, D, they
Oh.
said, oh no, they didn't. Moana 2.
Hmm.
And the unique things about these animations, because my daughters are heavy animators. They do the drawing.
Hmm.
I'm
Hmm.
buying all kind of stuff for them to draw, paint, do their thing.
Yeah.
So they help me as well to tap into that imagination. You know what I mean? And a lot of these animations, cartoons, and shows, they have messages in them,
Oh
but
Oh
they're
yeah.
yeah.
hidden messages in them.
Oh yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so a lot of people would look and say, "Well, I'm not going to watch that because that's childish." But little do you know, there's a story in here
Man.
that
Yeah.
you can look into, and it
Mm-hmm.
can get a message
Mm-hmm.
out of it. You know what I
It
mean?
Yep.
But
definitely is. Yes.
but
Stay
again,
aware.
it's promoting thought process. You know what I mean? And when we're not using our mind, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Again, I spent when we're not using our mind
Mm-hmm.
the way that we should use it, we
Yep.
become dormant, and then we start doing like everybody else and want to fit in and want to, put on a facade and an
Yeah.
image. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you just,
Mm-hmm.
hey, be yourself. If you
Yeah.
want to watch Beauty and the Beast, watch Beauty and the Beast. It's
Right.
funny, but there's a message in that. You have to
Mm-hmm.
decode that to see the
Absolutely.
message in there.
Absolutely is.
Trust me, your
Mhm.
story is in there. Beauty and the Beast. I don't want to go there, but there's a story that
It-
that represents you.
exactly.
You
Right.
know, especially being a melanated man or a melanated woman. And I don't want to
Yeah.
go that
Yeah.
route
Yeah.
either.
Man, let's
But there's
go.
all of this can be decoded. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? You just have to
Right.
sit down and you have to like look at the Easter eggs, the hidden messages in them. People
Mm-hmm.
don't get that. I don't want to watch these thug movies and Miss Society. I mean, I like them too, but those are the same stories over and over again, and it's just putting again your mind at a certain example.
Mm-hmm.
So when my son is like, "Oh yeah, Dad, I want to look at YouTube and I want to look at these videos and these dudes are fighting," oh, that's cool. And then I'll grab something on my phone and I'll sit down with him and say, check
Mhm.
this out. Now we're looking at a cartoon and I'm explaining to him the character, the
Mm-hmm.
story, plot, this and that. So
Yeah.
I'm taking so I'm not forcing him to stop doing what he's doing, but I'm just introducing him to another way of
Mm-hmm.
looking at something else versus, well,
Absolutely.
you should get off this. Don't look at that. Don't do this. No, I come to him and I introduce him to something
Mm-hmm.
different.
Yeah.
That's
That,
amazing.
It
I,
is.
Appreciate
I
it.
stated
Thank
that.
you.
I resonate with that absolutely.
Yes.
I be
Like,
telling my son. Sorry, Kimash.
go
Um,
ahead.
yeah, I be telling my son that all the time. He's so into his games and these technology. I'm like, you could build a game and your own technology
Right.
and get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, you
Hmm.
gonna get in this coding class, and he loves it. And he built his little game, and he came home all proud. And I was like, "See, you gonna make yourself and us millions, don't you?"
Mm-hmm.
But
No
I know
doubt.
that's right.
but it's
Exactly.
all
Let's
about
go.
if
That's
you
right.
gonna
For
like that,
real.
if that's your one little thing you
That's
gonna
right.
like, you gonna do your absolute best at that, and you better do it. You want to watch these YouTube videos about these content creators doing weird stuff. You could be a content
Hmm.
creator if you want to do weird stuff. If you feel
Mhm.
like that, you can get paid too. You helping
Facts.
him get paid. What do you want to tap into to help you? You should
There you
spark
go.
ideas and imagine and creativity. Originally, TikTok was made for um, creativity and tapping into engineering. You see, go to Japan and China, all that. It's all about business and marketing. It's all about culture and education. Now, what they've made into America, it's just like it's a scroll. It's a death scroll. It's like
Mm-hmm.
what in the world,
Pretty much.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, hey, if you're gonna do something, you better be absolutely 100 at it. Or if not, you're going to go crazy. You're going to be another statistic. You're going to need mental health therapy. You're going to refuse it because you don't want to face whatever it is that you need to face. You know, I recently sat down with my brother not too long ago and had a conversation now that we're adults. And I was asked him about, how you live in the same household, but you'd had two different whole childhoods, you know? And I'm like, how was your childhood? Because I remember when I had left, and he was like, oh, let me tell you, sis, let me get my drink. I said, wait a minute. And by the end of that, I was like, wow, my brother these men go through a lot, and we have no idea. And they're right
Mm-hmm.
there. We have no idea.
Mhm.
And now I'm like, oh, and this is my first son, right? My brother, my youngest brother. So
Right, right.
like, I'm like, hey, like, is everything all good now? I know that he's expressed that part aside of him and what
Mm-hmm.
he's went through. I know I'm more aware even of checking in on our brothers, checking in
That's
on
right.
our kids. Hey, are you being
Yeah,
helpful or hurtful
Very
right
important.
now?
definitely
you
is
know
very
so
important.
That's all. You just gotta make sure you just do your part.
Yeah.
Don't feel no way
And
about it. We
D,
all need it. Don't be ashamed. Nobody's
Right.
perfect.
exactly.
Get down off that pedestal. You need it. We need it. We all have this childhood trauma, and that will lead to our mental healthness. And we do not sit down and do this work, you gonna go berserk.
Exactly.
That's
Mental
real.
health.
That's
Man.
real.
Mm-hmm.
And D,
Right.
I
Mm-hmm.
think I want to encourage you to keep on with things like this, even though it's not a
Yes.
big crowd or the chat ain't going crazy. You're going to draw with who you need to draw.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Don't get weary
Mhm.
and well doing because of it's going slow. It's going to bring people that genuinely want to be there. Then,
Yeah, the word will be out there.
yeah,
It
and
doesn't matter.
anything that's too fast, you don't want it anyway. So it's going to
Absolutely.
go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So, Keith, what do you think we as a tribe of women, how we contribute to help healing our men with their mental health?
Hmm. That's a very good question, and I'll do my best to try to give you an answer on that. Because again, at the end of the day, us as men, and let's be clear here on this one, we act like we don't follow the roles of a woman, but we do. What women do, we a lot of times mimic it too. So if we see women coming together, drawing good energy, speaking highly to each other, respectfully to each other, even if they don't agree on things, that plays a role in us as well. You know what I mean? Think about it. Mom, you know what I mean? Based on the type of mother that you had growing up, whatever she was able to show you and whatever she taught you, you're going to take that as a consideration and you're going to see all other women in that same capacity, if you will. So women coming together and just like you're doing here with this platform, where you're opening it up and you're allowing, different topics to come out and people to freely express themselves. You know, this is how women play a huge role, especially in our community. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Mhm.
For women to 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 just be respectful amongst each other and to communicate and speak on sisterhood and unity, that encourages us men because we all had mothers. You know what I mean? And let's face it, that's your goddess there. You know what I mean? That's your goddess,
Mhm.
your mother. You know what I'm saying? And however mom puts it down, that's how mom's gonna put it down. You know? So we take that and we put it onto other women. That's why so many men are trying to find a woman that's like their mother. Even I'm in the pursuit of that. You know what I mean? Where I'm
Mhm.
trying to find a woman that puts off the image of my mother. Not that I want to be dating, but that again, that first education and knowledge that you get from an infant comes from your mom because you're so close to her. So women
Mhm.
play a huge role in this of how they treat each
Right.
other, how they communicate to each other. It sets an example and principle for us men to look at and view, and then we mimic it. That's why there, again, on the internet, there's so many emotional men that have to scream and yell and holler because that's what they see their mom do. Now some of
Mhm.
us guys, we're lucky to have our fathers, so we have a certain balance that we can balance out. But for the brothers who didn't have mothers, whatever traits their mom put out there, that's what they're going to mimic. They watch their mother scream and yell and get so what's that snappish on people. So that's what they think how they should treat people, especially women. So yeah, again, women play a huge factor on how they carry themselves and how they speak, especially amongst each other and when we're watching.
That's
Absolutely.
wonderful. Yeah. That's
Generation. That's the domino
right.
effect. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You just sparked a point, made me think of definitely we have a lot to do with the mental health of men because we are the carriers of we're the nurturers. We carry those children inside of us, so we're
That's right.
definitely have a lot to do with their mental health. And even when it comes to healing, even talking to men and displaying an attitude where it's not the norm. I'm not going to cuss you out. I'm not going to say this to you. I'm going to talk to you with respect. Even if you might be disrespectful, I might check you, but
That's right.
but
That's right.
in
That's
a
right.
way that is loving and caring, like, no, this is that, and we, because we are the nurturers, we're the ones that have, the ones with the boom, we're the reason why life comes into existence. You guys help with that, of course, definitely, never
Absolutely.
saying that, but we carry you guys without y'all for 9 months. You understand? In my daughter-in-law's case, 9 months and some. She's trying to have her baby. But yeah, I mean, so we develop that, we create that. So we should be able to help assist with that if it's received. And we have to find ways to get it received, like, and in the way that we talk. And it's not always going to be received. And sometimes it gets a little discouraging. You be like, dang, I'm really just trying to, help you, brother. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
we that's when we had to realize that we just got to stay on that journey and on that path of helping our men heal, and just try to set a
Right.
very good example.
I sure.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's essential. It's important.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we are at 2 hours and 10 minutes, or 11 minutes now.
Wow. Time
Yeah.
flies. I was having a
Yeah.
good
It's a
time
video.
too.
Yeah, it don't
Yeah.
even seem like it.
Wow.
We definitely, like I said, this is a series. We're gonna uh,
Absolutely.
dive deep into the women, because I know I have some mental issues. I ain't
Right
gonna. I'm
here.
not even going.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna act like I.
Now we gotta
Next
talk
week is,
about us. Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
Next week.
no.
Man.
Next
This is
week,
good though.
definitely. Yeah.
This is good
And then
though.
we're gonna do children, and then I think maybe the last will just sum it all up. But I
Mhm.
wanted to say, definitely, you guys say y'all last words, and then I got some announcements and some things I want to share with the group as well. But go ahead, whoever wants to do some closing
um,
remarks. Yeah.
yeah, shout out to everyone in the chat. Peace and love. This is a great bill, great topic. Definitely, definitely important. I can't wait to continue doing the rest of the part 2 and 3 and 4 and more.
Hmm.
Stay prayed up, you guys. Make sure you know yourself. It's a full moon in Virgo, so this is the time to just
Hmm.
manifest the things that you want, speak into existence, because our words are spells. Speak into existence. So, yeah, love ya. Take care of yourself, and till next time, Ashe.
And
Ashe.
I
Sure.
agree with I agree with Sadia's stay prayed up. Definitely have some outlet you could go to. Whatever you believe in, your belief, and take it and hold strong to it. A lot of times, these days, we have to have something you believe in. You'll fall for anything. So, whatever your belief is, you take strong hold of it and you go and full force. And like she said, talk to the masters, talk to whoever your creator is, and make sure that you in the right space head wise. And I always say, regardless of what you believe, do something nice for someone else every time you get a chance, and I promise you that things will turn around. Everything will start. You'll understand more too if you just look outside of yourself. Sometimes stop being so it's me, and try to help. That's what I always say.
Ashe.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Very good. Very good.
Mr. West,
For
thank you.
me,
You go ahead. Yeah.
yes, ma'am. For me, I would just say, uh, going offline can be the new peace. So sometimes it's okay to get off these sites and just go out there, get some air, breathe, take care of what you got to take care of in front of you, and try not to feed into the negative stereotypes. Be who you are individually. You're unique.
Mhm.
There's no such thing as perfect, but being unique is exactly what it is. So don't be afraid to be yourself. You know what I mean? And be proud of what you do. You know what I mean? And don't be so quick to worry about what others think of you. Loving yourself should always be the first priority. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't help your brother or help your sister. But if you can love yourself, you can help your brother or sister even better because what you will want for yourself is what you will want for them. And I'm gonna land there with that.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you yeah. Thank you so much, Keith, for representing for the men. I really,
Yes,
really
ma'am.
appreciate you coming to do that over here. Like I said, I had my favorite guy, one of my favorite guys. The word couldn't make it. He had something going on, but definitely. So I want you guys to tap in tomorrow over here at the Love Powers. It is poetry and open mic night tonight. So I mean tomorrow. Yeah. So definitely
Good.
tap into y'all open mic over here. We got going on. Um, Everybody on what Blended Healing is going live. She's doing
Nice.
what you should know about. What is it? What you should release. Oh yeah, because the full moon. What we need to
Yes.
release. Um, if you're into type things like that, I know I'm going to be doing some things to release during the full moon. I'm also going to do a couple of advertisement. Me and Kimash do have brunch and tea coming near you soon. Next month sometime we'll be having brunch and tea, so definitely we'll have that going on. So tap into that. And then I'm also going to have my networking with love. So all you content creators, go ahead and be getting with me because I want to have a 45-minute conversation, talk about your channel and just put you out there. And then I will be promoting your channel throughout the week on both the Brunch Tea, Kimash, and our separate channels just to put people out there and show that we're networking with love. So definitely want to be doing that. And like I said, tune in tomorrow at the Love Palace open mic. I think so 8 o'clock Eastern. Wait, 5. Yeah, I gotta get this. 5 Eastern Standard Time. No, 8 Eastern Standard Time, 5 my time.
Yeah.
7, yeah,
Seven
7
Mountain Time.
Central, 6 Mountain. Okay, yeah,
Okay.
y'all know. I'll put it out on my community wall so that you guys can have it. Looney hit the panel. We about to close it. Is there something you want to say, Looney?
Oh yeah, true. You feel love me. I just want to say salute to the network family. Hey, hold on, Jay, one second. Salute to the network family. Salute to the goddess, the love palace always. You feel me, my brother Key? Salute, bro, always, man. You know it.
Salute.
Hey, but Michael. You know Michael gonna always beat Jason, bro. So hey, it is what
Oh
it
man, he had to come through.
is.
All
Salute,
love, good
Key.
brother Looney.
Salute, Friday, for holding it down. Hey, but salute to all y'all in the chat. You feel me for
Thanks.
showing love to my family, man. For real though. But yeah, y'all make sure y'all tune in. They got a lot coming. You know what I'm saying? My apologies. I couldn't be up here for that mental health shit. Y'all know Luna. I'm already off balance. I'm going insane in this motherfucker. No, just my bad. See, that's why I had to wait to the end. That's why I had to wait to the end. But no, but salute to everybody that's showing love over here to the family, man. Hey, y'all continue to grow with us, man. And hey, it is all love, man. Salute to the family, man. Everybody, take eat, salute. Been a minute since I've been in your chat. I gotta come over there and holler at you, man. But yeah, man, salute to everybody, man, that's showing love and loan out, man.
All right. Thank you so much for
Uh,
showing up. Appreciate you.
true,
So we
true,
are
true.
about to
All right,
close
Keith,
out with
salute, my brother.
Salute, my brother. You know what? Let me say this before we call close out. First
okay.
and foremost, much respect due Goddess D because this project that you got going on with Keymarsh, this is good stuff. You know what I mean? And
Mm.
to everybody in the chat, everybody on this panel, I'm just gonna say it. I love you guys, and that's something we don't say to each other a lot.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I absolutely love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and you guys motivate me and encourage me. Even if I'm not on the internet as much doing what you guys are doing. In my personal life, you guys play a huge factor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And we don't say we love each other enough. You know
Yep.
what I mean? If our children are
Right.
listening to these apps and going on these platforms and they're listening to all this craziness, it helps a lot when they hear people who don't even know each other say "I love you," because
Mm-hmm.
that's a very powerful force.
It
It'll
is.
introduce the idea of love. So yes, Goddess D, Queen, Kimaj, my brother Looney, everybody in the chat, Tay Eats, Anti, my good brother Word. I love you guys unconditionally, and I'm proud of you guys, your
Love
family.
you too, Keith. Love you too.
Love you too. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. There's nothing wrong with telling people that you
It's
love.
nothing
That's
wrong with it.
That's right.
that's usually my last line. Y'all know that.
Oh, I'm sorry, D, if I
No,
stole that.
no,
I
no, no,
don't
no,
know.
no, 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 no. You're good. No, no. I'm just
No,
saying that
you caught the
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, we definitely want you to, because that's what I say, and I do believe that. Like, there's nothing wrong with telling people that you love them. Like, people really take that.
That's right.
Like, you ain't supposed to don't tell me
Why
what
not?
I'm.
Why not?
Yeah,
It takes
if I
courage.
Why
It
not?
takes
Tell me why
courage.
not. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. How are you offended by love? I love.
Oh,
people
honey,
be doing,
people don't
girl.
like
Don't
truth.
get me
People don't
started.
like
Yeah,
love. Look, oh, let's go. That's
That's
another
that's
yeah,
a
but
whole nother.
actually.
That's a whole nother. But definitely, I'm gonna do some little advertisement and then take you out with King Can Hire Herself, one of his songs. I appreciate everyone that came into the chat. Make sure y'all definitely subscribe to everybody that's in there. Oh, Tay, I forgot to make you blue. I will next time. Looney, if you could drop Tay's link out, I appreciate it if you're still in the chat. But actually, Blended Hill, like I said, she's live now. Tay eats Saudi Queen. She does vegan. That's what she eats. It's just
Oh,
vegan food. So she has a whole. She makes
go
everything.
there. Okay.
Yes, you got to definitely. That's my
Check.
vegan sister for real. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely do that. Blended Hill, and like I said, Tierra Latrice. I think she's having music tomorrow. She usually does like a Sunday vibe as well, and different things. Tiara does a lot, so definitely tap into
Yeah.
her. Of course, my lovely co-host Kimash. Catch her like Kimash is spontaneous. That's what I
Hey,
like
girl.
about her.
Hey.
She gonna be like, you want to go live, so definitely tap into her. But we will be having, I'll do the little app promos that I have for what we have coming up, our brunch and tea. And once again, go tell somebody that you love them, and even those that you don't, tell them that you love them as well. And I'm gonna take y'all out on some promos, and then the song, and then we out. Okay.
okay. Peace out, guys.
Okay. Peace and
Key
love.
Moss voice. Period.
Wake up, get 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 up. Wake up, get up, get up, wake up, get up, wake up, get 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 up.
Okay, let me find Kingo. Here we go.
Still seeing 222. Love a motherfucker.
I didn't know what to do. I felt so lost without you. I didn't know what to do. I felt so lost without you. You was my best friend, my boo. I didn't know what to do. I felt so lost without you. You was my best friend, my boo. This connection, what we choose. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I felt so lost without you. You was my best friend, my boo. This connection, what we choose. Why we choose to lose connection to once was affection. Something like perfection, angel. Straight from heaven is how I viewed you. Who knew that I wouldn't be able to talk to you anymore? Loving you is like going from peace to woe, or like jumping from Venus to Mars. I'll talk to you through the stars just to know how you are. Doing and feeling, hope you're growing and healing, and expanding your vision to another dimension. I was your hero at one time, but now I'm the villain, and I didn't know what to do. I felt so lost without you. You was my best friend, my boo. This connection, what we choose.
Still think about you.
I didn't know what to do. I felt so lost without you. You was my best friend, my boo. This connection, what we choose. I felt so lost without you. You was my best and my boo. Left me hanging, wasn't cool, but you did what you had to do. Remember when things was cool, texting raps in high school. Then you taking me to prom and meeting each other's mom. Then our family got along. We created a strong bond. Lovebird singing a song. It was a beautiful tone. Then things moved along. Then came endangerment from that thing Jada Smith called entanglement. I should've called it quits when I first had handled it, but I was caught up with some lovey-dovey dumb shit. Love had us both doing really ugly dumb shit. I own my mistakes, but you act like you never done shit. Now you high for hours, while I'm high for days. From planning a wedding to parting ways. Love and a real friendship just thrown away at the end of the day. Fuck being your man, I miss being your homie. Fuck being your man, I miss being your homie. Fuck being your man, I miss being your homie. Homie. I didn't know what to do, I felt so lost without you. You was my best and my boo, this connection what we chose. And it's infinite love, and nothing can ever change that. Hey Nick, switch it up one time. Just like that, just like that, just like that, leave it like that. King of higher self, still spitting from the heart though. I know the code. I'm learning how to connect all this magic into my soul or the spirit. Either way, I'ma make sure it vibrate to where y'all hear it in this song. It's been a long road, but I'ma keep running this marathon. I had to heal, relearning knowledge and seeing a lot of shit ain't real as it seems. The world is an illusion full of confusion and niggas is out to scheme. Keep your third eye open and believe half what you see and keep it G-N-A-P-O. That's my little bro, for those that ain't know. We had rough times meet, rising from concrete, but we still grew like a rose. And our growth came out fucking handsome. Seen he was gonna fall, but we kept standing. Hell of a duo, they can't manage. Forced to be reckoned with, causing damage. Glad little bro, you made it and survived them bullets too. We done lost so many loved ones. I don't know what I do, I've lost you. And that's word to mom and word to dad. And our two bros and little sis, Stefana, my J and Cyan. I wanna tell you this, gotta move forward. Can't hold on to the past or get lost when you reminisce. God is within you to solve the issues. And close your eyes and tap in. And that's how you create your reality. All is mine, so it's mentality that you need to focus on. That's how I wrote these songs from writing poems. A lot of people want me to show them how I rap, cause they know a lot of these rappers rap. They keep putting the same shit on every track. I can flip my flow cause it's acrobat and I'm handsome. I'm a nigga capitalizing no chances. Really the real bosses is the anthem. Closing line moving slow but we still standing. Try to run away so we still moving. Shout out Dizzy Ride, support the movement. I got this in check, I just gotta do it. I've done a lot but I still got improvement. And that's why Me elevating is what I'm pursuing. King of higher self, that's how I do it. Y'all tend to not be yourself, so you clueless. American program must be stupid. Why you think they say they the U.S.? They put a spell on us, so they continue to control us. Words create reality, they sidetrack you so you don't notice. That word is swords and it all is magic. That type of knowledge, they don't want you to have it. Nigga, I'm Aladdin, found my castle without jasmine. The magical castle's the temple inside you. I'm speaking metaphysical, but man, only a selected few understand it. Putting these chakras together with enchantments. Rip it, write it out, and plan it. Giving you secrets to manifest it. Niggas be hating on how I be dressing. I'm not flexing. I'm really just giving spiritual lessons to be yourself and make it look cool. Elevate, don't let nobody change you. All the women know you beautiful. Y'all have the power to heal this wound. Now we call Earth. The portal of light came through y'all first. It's twisted how they make the vagina curse. When y'all the ones that give birth and resonate with nature, Mother Earth. And that's why I gotta help my mama heal. That arthritis caused her to be ill. Giving her juices and plant-based meals. From the inside out, how we gon' heal. And that's real. And I'ma keep going if acapella. How I gotta keep flowing like the beat of my heart. At the end of the day, I know this my art. Making sure that I leave my mark. I'ma speak what's real, that's from my heart. Showing my light so you see in the dark. Cause I've done shadow work and them shadows hurt. Face them demons with this godly work. Bringing light from the dark, how the power works. Look in the mirror and see you godly worth. You the best creation on this earth. At the end of the day, my women know you beautiful. And my bro gods know you handsome.